Hey y'all, welcome back to the Reality Kingdom where we put the real in reality or whatever, period. Adi, oi. My name is Lee and Laws, period. Shout out to Big Laws. I'm joined by Trook, Brooke, Easy, and Cam's Big Move. How y'all doing today?
I'm doing great.
Dong, the mark is gone. Ding dong, the mark is gone.
Hold up.
Ding
Hold
dong.
Hold up. Mind you, Mark Mark has been gone. You trying to have this moment to celebrate? Like, we're done, Easy. We're done.
It started with them.
Mind you, Brooke is next.
Mark is gone.
No, wait. I was gonna say let's leave Brooke out of this. You guys can have your little diagonal beef on the screen, but like leave Brooke out of this. Please.
I mean, I'm sorry. We can get into it right now. Brooke had no business voting out Simon. Yeah, I said
okay.
Well, you're maybe right, but we can see how this works out.
But she's a mother and Mark's on the bench. So.
No, she's a fucking mother, y'all. Okay, I'm not gonna lie. I don't even want to drag Brooke. I don't even want to drag Brooke because after that reward with her baby, I was like, girl, you can do whatever the fuck you want. I don't care what you do. Take them all out.
By any means fucking necessary.
Like, oh my God. Like, please win for that baby.
The more and more I see of Brooke, the more and more I get mad that she doesn't have like the most confessionals on the season. Like, she is eating this shit up. Like, she should be the star of this season. And I'm like, why is she not?
And she is.
She is a star, but she doesn't have like the biggest edit. I'm like, this should have been her biggest edit of all 3 times she played.
I think her edit kind of gives Kaya just slightly.
Do you think they were trying to fool us? Like they were trying to hide her for the second half? I know we talked about the edit a lot.
I just don't think you can hide someone like Brooke, who like on a 4 returnees player season, we can't hide one of the returnees.
Yeah, I mean, just
a strange one.
It just like save her. You know what I mean? Like it's almost like the edit fake out, right? As a like kind of like a tribal vote fake out. They kind of do both to us in the AU, right?
Mm-hmm. I don't know. You would think that she would get as much as like Mark because both of them low key have been very important returnees this season. Like I thought they were just editing her out because she was gonna like get out first in the merge, but like seeing how she's doing in this merge, it's like, well, damn, why didn't y'all give her at least like more like match with Mark? If you're gonna give Mark this big edit, which he deserves, but like Brooke,
at least match with Simon.
It seemed like they taking out all the people with the big edits. Like Simon was up out of here. Mock was in the 40s damn near. They took him up out of here. It looked like Keely for to be next, followed by Jackson. I think Brooke may be good. Or she gonna get out next after them.
Blanche is the only Kia that got out in like the merge.
The Kaya corner,
or I guess
Kaya corner. The Kaya corner's revolution.
Oh my God!
There it is.
The Kaya corner minus Blanche.
We have the Caputs, and the Kaya corner,
and we have Ben Jackson at the top. I mean, that's
I wanted to mention real quick. I have a top 5 favorite Australian slang word/phrases.
Okay.
That I want to quickly mention because we heard a lot of kaput this episode. So starting with my 5th favorite, brekkie. You gotta have a good brekkie, you know.
Good brekkie.
Breakfast, yes. Then we have number 4, and this one I chose it because it was interesting. Apparently, they say instead of McDonald's, they say Macca's.
Macca's.
Next time I go.
What's the Macca's? Oh.
You guys want to go out for some Macca's, or what? How do you think they would say Burger King?
Burger. I don't know why I did that.
Other friends? What the fuck?
Okay.
Mr. King.
Okay. Number 3. This one is another funny one. Here, try to guess what it means. Lee, you're a hard yaka.
Like you talk too much?
You're a hard worker. That's what that means.
Wow.
Like, I felt like you were flirting with us.
Yaka. Yaka. Like think of like a yucca, but like yaka.
It's too much.
Everybody
said,
in the street.
Burger King is called Hungry Jack's.
Oh, that's like I think I remember that.
Okay.
Like that's the brand name for it down there.
Okay.
Interesting.
Yeah. So would you like Macca's or Hungry Jack's?
I want some Macca's. I feel like
I'm more
Australian
of a
Macca's
Hungry
is
Jack.
good. They got kangaroo nuggets. Like I kind of want some
Not the kangaroo nuggets. Okay, number 2.
Koala punch.
Number 2. If you want to fake being sick, you would say chuckasicki.
That sounds like a different language.
Chuckasicki. That's that native Australian tongue right there.
What does it actually mean? Like, are you chucking a sick day? Like, what's the
Chuck a
like,
sick day, I guess.
That is- like it is like when you fake being sick in elementary school and they like put you to the office, like you're chuck a sicky. Like
Yeah,
Chuck a sickie. You chuck a sickie in, nigga. Like, what are you doing?
And then number one, I feel like we've all heard, or maybe not all, but I think a few of us heard of this. So instead of saying flip flops, they say thongs. That's funny to me. They
I feel like
say
I've heard, like a
thongs,
flip flop
yeah.
for your ass, or like
I mean, that's what like you would think about at first. You're like, oh, like
imagine the
I heard
remix.
it once. Like they said it on the season once. Some not this season, but like last season. I'm pretty sure somebody said, "Oh, like pick up your thongs or something." Like thongs, like you mean like the other thongs, and like they were referring to flip flops. I looked it up. It's like
I mean,
okay.
because with them speedos, they damn near be thongs at that beach.
I
It's
mean,
crazy.
yeah, you can't tell the difference. Like, are they talking about the thongs, like the actual ones, or the flip flops?
It kind of the thing is though, it looks like thongs though. Like when you look at it, it's like I see what they mean for like the
yeah,
toes.
it makes sense.
It slips right in.
Oh, no, wait,
Wait, hold on.
I don't know.
What slips where?
You know, the big toe goes.
It's still light out here, Lee. We're not after dark.
It's not
yet.
after dark yet. I gotta wait
After
till
dark
it
for
gets
me.
dark over there.
I'm trying to fix my lighting this entire time. It is after dark for some of us.
Yeah,
That's why
that
we
was your
like
somewhere.
Australian slang for the week.
No, I love Australia. I just the funniest thing I said the other podcast was keen. I love keen. Like I've been saying that all the time now. I'm
But
keen.
see, we
to do
say
this.
it too. I don't know. Like maybe it's like a
I'm
non-American
telling you,
thing.
America does not use that word like that. Like I have not heard people say that around here like that.
I mean, I'm down to move to Australia, Canada. Like I said yesterday, open up the borders, open up the schools. After that bullshit we had to see yesterday during Survivor 50, and the fucking Orange Man interrupting one of my favorite shows of all time to talk about annihilating brown people and shit. I'm like, I'm getting my shit together. I'm like, where's my passport? Like, let me get my documents together because this shit's getting weird. And I want to know what they got going on in Sydney. Like, they're having a good time on that beach. What's going on in Samoa? Somebody tell me.
Something somewhere else.
Yeah.
Jesus.
Or you know that in Canada they also make us wait for the whole Trump thing, but like they
Really?
just put on like a random show. Like I had to watch Border Control once, or it was like the one where like, yeah, it was Border Control. I think that's what it was.
That sounds
called.
just as bad.
Yeah,
pick
so
that?
like the
What's
timing,
that?
I was like, okay, girl, like, what is this? But they force us to wait too.
Yeah, I think it's because they don't want spoilers. I guess like if you finish the episode early, but like they don't air the same. Like West and East Coast is different airing, so why does it matter? Like,
Yeah,
I
like on
remember-
Big Brother, I'm pretty sure.
I'm watching
I
this
remember
shit
last
at 5
time it
o'clock.
happened, the Canadians was like, "Oh, we're not gonna have to wait. We're not gonna have to wait," and then y'all
Yeah.
still had to wait. I was like, "Yeah, that's what you get. That's what you get."
Suffer together.
But we gonna get to this drop because baby, it was a hoots and a holler, mama, hoot and a holler. So we get to episode 16, and Caleb is feeling himself, baby. He is taking credit for the Mark move, and he is just feeling like he is big shit, Mr. Bitches over here. Like, oh my god, like
Crazy,
Caleb
but
thinks he
cautious.
did that.
And this
I'm
was
over
his-
Caleb.
this was his only content the entire drop. Was this moment?
So I
that's
think
all
we
he
can go
needed.
ahead and dead those winning rumors. You took out Mock for no reason because you're not winning. Anywho,
I was shocked he took out Mark and he didn't like continue playing the middle. Like he's just straight up with the other side now. Like I thought he would try to play the middle long. I feel like that's his whole thing. It was like I'm playing the middle. Like in preseason, he said that so many times. He's like, oh, guess you're just over there
Yeah.
now.
Isn't
That's
his like winners edit dead now? Like, can we look at the
No.
confessional
How?
real
What is
quick?
he
Like, his
supposed-
edit is done.
What was he
Like, I'm-
supposed to do?
I feel like
Like,
everyone's
sorry,
edit
but he
did,
got
so I
like
don't know.
nothing in the
Okay,
last
hold on,
two
hold on,
episodes.
hold on. If he
And
plays
look
the
at
middle-
that.
He plays the middle, then what happens? He goes over and then the fucking OGs just take him apart. Or he's at the bottom of that. In the Kaya corner, he has one of the best edits and he has a big move. A bunch of them haven't done
Yeah.
shit. Laws
I
and
don't
Cameron
remember
are,
him,
and
so
Sally, Laws, Cameron, and Sally are all trying to figure out what if they've even made a move in this game. Meanwhile, at least Caleb is doing some shit. He fooled the best player of the season. Like, here we go.
Oh, is he
Oh,
doing shit or is he just
girl.
talking and that's all he does and then he doesn't
What do you
shit?
mean?
mind you,
Well,
he
what,
didn't
the whole
even pull
Mark
the best
thing?
move. Like he lied. Oh my god, he lied. That's all
Yeah,
he
like
did.
what? That's
What have the
part of
others
the
done?
game.
What have the others done? Honestly,
They're all on the
even
same
get real
playing
credit for
field.
that move at this point anymore. Like, I do not see him. I don't see in final two someone says, "Wow, you lied on Mark. I'm gonna give you the win." Like, he's gonna have to do something else.
He still has like 6 more people to take out.
This is the thing.
There's
I feel
time.
like everyone else. I think everyone but Brooke and Keely need another move. So
yeah,
I agree.
Yeah,
so like we're saying, Caleb, I don't think his Ed is dead. I just think they have a bad week. But like Australian Survivor does this sometimes, where it's like Jackson is the other person I think is the edge front runner. He had a terrible week last time, so I just feel like this whole season's edit has been weird.
It's everybody. Up and down, up, and I like it. I feel like I don't know what the next drop is going to give. Who's going to rise? Who's going to fall? And that's fun. It's suspenseful.
Yeah, definitely.
I'm just like
never
because Caleb had a few bad weeks. No,
pre-swap, post-swap, he had a couple of bad weeks.
The only good week he had was taking out Mark, in my opinion, because every week before that, it was him saying, "I'm tired of doing this. I'm tired of doing this."
Yeah.
So
I'm sorry if Caleb wins the season, it's gonna be low key like the worst winner of Australian Survivor.
That's crazy.
I wouldn't be gagged, and I only know Ferris, Miles.
If we were to rank them right now, I would say he's 4th. Right? He's behind Brooke, Keely, Jackson. So he's in the middle. What are we talking about? We're acting like he's the worst player that's left in the game.
Well, I'm not saying he's the worst. I'm just not gagging personally.
And plus, we saw what's going to happen next time with the whole idol. We don't know. With him and Brooke having half an idol each, like some fun stuff can happen there.
Well, girl, I'm not putting him above the other Kaya Corner people. I'm putting him below. I would even put him below Jackson, honestly, because at least Jackson made a move.
That's what I just said.
Jackson's had a couple moves.
I will say with Jack, we're gonna get into Jackson. But basically, Ben, he is feeling some type of way because he's like, "Why is Caleb taking so much credit when if it wasn't for them, that move would have never took off anyway?" Which I do kind of agree with in the sense that I don't know how much credit I would give Caleb here because yes, you did tell that lie, which caused Ben and his group to flip, but it's not like he convinced this group to do something that they didn't want to do. He told a little white lie and it flipped them. Now, we can debate on how impressive that is all day long. It's just like, to me, if you don't have like the numbers backing you, it doesn't really mean much. Like those numbers were backing Ben because Ben, like he changed Ben's mind, so Ben convinced the rest of the group. It wasn't like Caleb came in and convinced everybody to do Mark, you know? Mm-hmm. So that's just why I feel slightly, like ill about it. And of course, I'm biased towards Mark. But
okay, the real truth comes out. The real truth.
I'm not biased towards Mark. And I'm like low-key agreeing with Lee. I think it's just too much credit towards. I see what you're saying, though. Like,
hold on, this is all about who decides who wins. Teo and Lee, who decides who wins? The jury, right? Mark said in all his exit press, Caleb fooled me. Caleb was my one blind spot. Even Brooke and Simon were like, Caleb was his blind spot. So it's Caleb's move. Who else's move is it?
I do think if Caleb gets to the end, he has a strong shot of winning. I just feel like he has a tough time getting to the end. Like I just feel like,
yeah, absolutely.
I definitely see him getting to the end. No shade. I see him
getting to the end.
I just don't want him.
What are we talking about?
I don't want him to win. I don't want him to win, Easy. Is that what you want to hear?
Yeah. I can see like he hasn't been that good at the challenges, and I can see like if you're at final 3 and like Caleb's right there, it's like, do I really want to take this like dude who just like says this on crazy shit? Like, what if he somehow gets the votes? Like, I don't think it's worth risking taking him to the end.
And I wouldn't sleep on Sally because during the scene, like. Well, wait. Now hold on. Because
it's always a Kaya with Theodore.
My Kaya Raider was on hiatus, but like people were even telling me in the Discord chat, like Sally, she kept this whole majority side on lock. She made sure do not divert from the plan. The girls are trying to mindfuck you like crazy. Like she's like low-key the only one clocking that on their side, and now she's able to keep them all together to continue the 4-3 split going forward. So, and even they were all talking about how we can't do a 3-3 after this, but it's like Sally's the one who's like, well, no, we can. We have 3 and 3. Let's just stick to the plan. Now, are people flipping? Yeah, but
at least I'll say personally, Sally, I don't necessarily feel like the edit has done a good job at making me root for whoever the winner is going to be. Because at this point, if it's not Brooke or Keely, I don't really give a damn. If I'm being honest, like the Kaya corner, Y'all got y'all 10s. Y'all did what y'all have to do to Simon. Y'all ate that up. I'm not really rooting for any of them, if that makes sense. Like, I wanted Miles to win. I wanted Ferris to win. And I don't think you have to necessarily always want the person to win, but it's just like, I would be a little disappointed at this point if any of the Kaya corner were to win this game.
Well, they are kind of
at this current moment. There is more game.
Yeah.
So, I'm accepting of that. It's just, I would have loved to see more from the Kaya corner if one of them are going to win by now, if they are going to be winning. So,
well, that's what's interesting about this edit, because I feel like it's like they're taking turns, right? It's like somebody rises to the top, gets fucking HOH-itis, gets sniped, gets chopped, and then other people start to like all of a sudden Laws had some confessionals. Now we're
getting backdoored next week. So
now we're seeing Cameron, the whole Cameron and Brooke, like they gave Cameron a bunch of screen time. Like he could be another we saw Ben come out of nowhere.
I go.
Right, and he put, then he's Davo, and now all of a sudden he's playing the game and running. Like, we just don't know. Somebody's gonna rise up and take this shit, and it's gonna be really hard for it to be Brooke or Keely. So we need to be prepared to root for the Kaya corner, and I'm ready. I'm putting my chips behind Caleb.
I do think it'll be ready. I think it'll be disappointing. Like, I guess Caleb, I think Caleb's the type of personality where you either love him or you hate him. I feel like there's no one who's like really in between with Caleb. And I feel like someone like Miles was like that last year, but I just think more people do like Miles. So I think people are gonna root for Caleb. But I just feel like if Caleb wins or like anyone in this Kaya corner, they should have just edited them specifically better. Because like I get someone coming out of nowhere and taking over the game last second and winning it, but you can still show them a lot more. Just get them like a random confessional every once in a while. Let me see their perspective on things. And I feel like a lot of these people don't have that. We got a lot of perspective from characters who are gone already.
Literally. Like, 30 plus confessionals. It's like, okay.
Like we get to the merge, everything's in Ben's point of view, and Ben's gone now.
It's like, yeah.
And then Brooke and Keely, they end up making a fake idol. Keely tells Brooke that she has a real idol, which I thought she wasn't going to do. So thankfully, Keely locked in on that. And they become a duo, the kaput duo. Love that for them. And basically, Ben and Blanche, they're the most kind of annoyed with Caleb in this moment because they feel like he's taking credit. Keely, she tries to do something slick and she's telling Caleb, like, hey, Caleb, Ben is saying your name. You may need to watch out for that. And essentially, Sally had to let Ben know later, like, he's not doing that. He's not pushing your name. They're trying to divide us right now. And that is what we need to be aware of. Like, they're going to do whatever it takes to basically tear us down. And it's like, they didn't even need to rip y'all apart. Y'all just couldn't even vote right. And I live for it because Blanche had to go. I'm sorry. Ben and Jackson, they're talking, and Ben and Jackson are deducing that essentially if they take out the returnees, they will be the next target. They are talking about how they need to use the returnees as shields. And I found it really interesting because when Sally walked up to this conversation, Jackson was like, oh, can we just speak alone for a second? And I know he does that later in the drop as well. And I'm just like, Jackson, you can't just be blatantly telling people to walk away. Like, let people stay in the conversation. Like, I don't know, something about Jackson, especially in that episode 18, I was like, can Jackson win the way he's talking to people? Like, I wouldn't vote Jackson.
This was something I was thinking. I just feel like it depends on the culture of the season. So I think if Jackson gets the end, it goes of one of two ways. They respect all the trash talking, like all the TV moments of it all. They're like, okay, you did outplay us, you get the money. Or they're gonna be like, no, fuck you. Like, you were a dickhead the whole time. We're not gonna vote for you. I feel like we see this a lot more in American Survivor, where it's like the edit's not more so how someone won, it's more how someone lost. And I could see that coming to bite Jackson. Just like, I feel like he's like that wrestler. He's trying to do a performance every Tribal Council, and he's like calling people out. And it's like, you got to learn to like chill a little bit because it's getting personal. You're telling these people they haven't done shit the entire season. It's like, chill out a little bit, man.
It's annoying to me. And I think that's what it is. Obviously, I'm a Brooke stan. Like, she's a mother. She's a queen. I want her to win. But that's what I'm saying. If her and Keely are going to lose, because Keely's obviously, I think, deserves it second, then I just want Caleb to win this battle between Jackson because it's so funny and it's hilarious and it's fun. I also feel like, though, I don't want Jackson to win at all. I literally want anybody Jackson to win. But the way they're being good sports every time they get blindsided or taken out, I could definitely see people like not being bitter at all and just being like, he played the middle, you know, he took out Ben, he had his redemption story. Mind you, his redemption story also is weird as fuck. Like some of these redemption stories are a stretch. I'm like, you left college to go become a wrestler, and now that's like, what exactly is the redemption there? You made a career move. Like I don't get
that
it.
flopped. No
being
shade.
being an indie wrestler is a hard life because you do not get paid enough to be putting your body on the line like 6 times a week. They be getting paid like $20 to go through like a table on Tuesday night.
They go through like a table on Tuesday night.
So you gotta jump off this cage tonight, Jackson. Come on, do it for me. $30, if that.
I respect the grind. It just seems like that was a choice, like a career choice he made.
Yeah.
Like how was that redemption? I don't know.
The redemption stuff, they definitely like casted these people, and then we're like, okay, so what's your redemption?
To me, Jackson is just campy. Like I like the campiness of Jackson. Like the fact that he made this like sudden switch on Ben. Was it the greatest move? No, but was it entertaining? Yes, and I'm here for the entertainment as well as the gameplay. And you know, Jackson was pretty okay, like gameplay wise throughout the season. So that's why I'm like, I honestly think Jackson did more than Caleb in the game. Like
That's fair.
I agree.
I
So
think he
that's why
did
I'm
more,
Team
but I
Jackson.
almost respect Jackson less for doing it because I feel like, you know, with
too.
Caleb, at least it was his own lie and he wanted to like do that.
Yeah.
With Jackson, it does feel like he was coerced into doing so.
Okay,
And I don't
yeah,
like
And
that.
it was Simon's
Yeah.
move. And remember,
It truly was. No
It was.
shade.
remember Caleb was talking shit and he was like, "You think this is your move? That's not even your move." I was like,
And like he low-key
Talk
clocked
his
him. And I'm
shit.
wondering if the rest of the Kyle corner feels that because like Jackson in that moment was literally using Simon's verbiage towards them, like, oh, y'all have nothing to argue to the jury with. Like Simon was telling that to you, and now you're just repeating it. It's like, girl, that's Simon's move down.
Right.
So
That's why
I mean, Jackson, I can't say I want him to win either. I can't say I want him to win.
Yeah.
I really just want Brooke and Keely to win at this point.
period. We're on the same
Yeah.
page finally.
because Jackson's like best move is like the Harry move, but that's so long ago. I don't think any of these people care anymore.
Yeah, definitely. I don't give a damn. We get to the reward. Simon, Jackson, Cameron, Caleb, and Laz, they win reward. And when they're on the reward together, Simon is proposing, and this comes back up. Put a pin in this. That if 2 people flip with them, if they go to rocks, he will personally take their rock out of the bag. That way they will be safe and he will have a higher chance of going home. And this gagged me because I was like, Simon, can you do that? Like when as soon as he said it,
I love it.
literally have written down in my notes, can he do that? Because I don't think he can. And
I
turns
did-
out he can't.
I have to do something I don't do often. Shout out to production for not telling him he can't lie about this. Like, let him lie about this.
Yeah.
So I'm thinking, this is U.S. Survivor. They're like, you can't do that. That's breaking some type of rule.
Block their
So
shit.
just letting him lie about this, and it could have blown up in his face. And we are robbed of that last tribal, him not going to rocks and him having to tell Jackson, I can't take it. Like, we are so robbed of that moment.
I thought
none of it
this
was
was
so
I thought this was hella camp, honestly, for Simon to lie, knowing that it was bullshit, and the look on his face when he thought they were going to rocks, and Jackson kept looking over like, "Well, I'm safe tonight, mate." Like he got
Bro,
like my
God.
boy got
Simon
the
cracks
look on
so
Simon's
easily
face
under
was
pressure.
killing me.
Also, I know this is much farther in, and I don't dislike Jackson. I actually do like Jackson. Like Teal, I think he's camp. He is dumb as fuck for this because Simon was the vote. He can't draw rocks. So why did you still go to rocks on the second revote?
Yeah.
No one can draw a rock for you no more. Even if it wasn't
Yeah.
you.
I didn't even think of that actually. Wow, I didn't even think of that. See,
Yeah, I didn't think
don't
about
think
that
anybody-
either. And
Maybe he was thinking like he was still pulling my rock. That way,
Before
that's how you know. Honestly, they should have known it was some bullshit. Like, cause they was not thinking for real. Like,
Girl, this was like last season too, when they thought it was like fire making. Well, Kate and Morgan thought it was fire making.
Oh right.
And Kristen did to an extent, but she was willing to still go through with it. And then Kate and Morgan were like, no.
I've been like, I don't know, when it comes to recruiting players on like Big Brother, I hate it. For some reason on Survivor, we need to get like some type of recruits on Survivor who just barely know the show. Because I want stuff like this to happen. Of all these like loser votes and like random advantages, have someone who has no idea how any of this works. I just want to see what happens to them.
I mean, it seems like the Kaya corner has been kind of confused about a lot of this shit
Yeah.
for most of the season, anyways.
Well, I think only Keely and Brooke knew about the Simon Lie thing. I'm pretty sure everybody else thought it was true that you can take a rock from somebody.
Well, that's what was funny to me. Remember when it was like 7-3? I think we're getting there or we're close to there after the vote or whatever, and they're like, talking to, like, that to me is what kind of separates the returners, and I'll throw Keely in that too. With the newbies is like knowing what to lie about and when to lie about it, whether it helps you short term or long term. And I feel like that when they were all grouped up, when they had the 7 of them, they kind of were still insecure because they knew they didn't know the game as well, and they weren't winning immunity. So it's like Simon and Brooke just keep fucking beasting it. What are we gonna do?
No,
Yeah.
literally. And then they also discussed that this is Simon's day 99. He really wants to make it to day 100. They're like, are we going to take him out? It's a whole joke or whatever, but it doesn't really matter because Simon ends up winning immunity. It's like, okay, period. Simon made it to day 100. Do we really care? I don't know, especially because he go home in this drop. It's like, goddamn. I really was gagged by that. I did not expect Simon to go home.
Do you see what Mother Laws was doing on the freaking bar? Like, she was holding on, mind you. Like, damn, I was like kind of rooting for her. I was like, Simon, please drop. Like, I don't care if it's your 100th day coming up. But she was trying to like manipulate him. She was like, Simon, please, I really need this, please. And he was like, no. It was like, damn, okay.
Yeah, and I fully see them trying to vote Simon off if he doesn't win. That just looks funny. Like, it is funny. I have Simon of all people to get the 99. Like, it's kind of hilarious.
Just 99. Like, that's hilarious. Yeah. It's kind of sick, actually, but also hilarious.
Like, out of all people to play this show, it's Simon. It would happen to Simon.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely. Wasn't Caleb also calling it an operation, like Operation 99 or something?
Yes.
Like, let's take Simon out before he gets to triple digit.
Mind you, joking about this right in front of his face.
Yeah. Well, weren't other people telling him too? Like, they were telling Simon, Simon, please drop. Like, this is massive for Laws. I was like, damn, they're all like trying to get in on this. Like, they're trying to get him to drop. Like, ooh.
If other people tell me to drop and we're not aligned, there's no way I'm ever dropping now. Like, that thought process is not going. Like, why are you telling me to drop right now?
Telling me to drop at all, bitch? I'm staying up here.
Let's make a deal. Like, girl, what?
Not no Survivor, bitch. This is too risky. I'm staying up here. So we get back to the tribe after his immunity win, and essentially the big group of the Kylie Corner plus Ben and Jackson are like, look, we need to do girls on Keely, boys on Brooke. Very simple, you know. They have a little segment of Blanche being in the clouds. Child, Blanche don't know what the fuck is going on. She don't know who to split on, why they split, and how the split works. None of that. And then we get to the big three. The big three being Brooke, Keely, and Simon. Love their trio. No shade. I did. But they're like, look, we feel like we can get Cameron to do Ben. They also feel like they can get Caleb. Caleb eventually walks over into this conversation and he claims that he is down to do Ben. And they also are like, well, Cam is down on the plan, so we have the numbers to take out Ben, which I thought was a little risky because it's like, girl, I don't know. Like, why do they think so bad that Cam will flip? Like, is that something that we haven't seen, that Cam has just been talking to them frequently? Like,
that's what
Cam does not seem that flippable. It doesn't seem so at all.
I feel like because we've gotten so many confessionals about Cam wanting like his own move. I feel like he's probably just saying that to people, like, I'm ready to make my move. And I feel like that's why people think he is flippable, because it's like, it would be like when everyone gave Caleb the credit for getting a mark out. If he gets out Ben, it's like, oh, you're the one who flipped.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
we see it this episode.
Yeah, it's like the constant big move tease from all these different players, but it seems like they're trying to tell us that Cameron is finally going to do something, whether it's right or wrong, or he totally flops in the next drop. So, I mean, we'll see.
Mm-hmm. And then I will say, we saw this episode, there was a big fiasco of Cameron talking with Keely and Brooke, and they're like, well, we have your vote, we just need you to get Laz. And then he speaks with Laz, and it gets kind of interesting because Laz is like, she also wants to break up Ben and Jackson. But it really doesn't go anywhere, because by the end of before they go to tribal, he comes back to Laz and he's like, you know what, I just want to stick with the newbies, you know, let's not do anything too outrageous. And it's just like, Cameron, what are you doing? Like, this is where I was just like, Cameron, you're just a pretty face at this point, because the strategy, I don't get it. And he does a similar thing in this next episode. It's like, they're not respecting you for this. Like, playing in their face, acting like you're going to do something and then not doing it last minute. Like, you're losing so much respect. Like, these are people who still need to vote for you in the end. So, like, you're just showing them that, honestly, you're a pussy. That's what I would think. Like, you're too scared to do anything.
Damn.
He was kind of killing me when he came. He was like eating his rice. He walked over to Lost. Hey, you know that thing we talked about? Nah, just not doing that. And he's like still eating his food. But I think from Cameron's perspective, I think he wants the big move. I also think his plan, I feel like his plan is to get to the end of Laws. And I feel like he doesn't want to make the big move and then be cut. I feel like we see this a lot in U.S. Survivors. Like you gotta wait till like Final 5, Final 6 to make the move. I feel like that's his thought process, but I can see him getting sniped out before that.
Yeah, I don't like I feel like for Cam this is horrible. Like out of all of the Kaya corner, like he might just be like the least likely to win out of the ones remaining.
Mhm.
This girl Blanche would have been there, but she's not here. Um,
Hey, are you still on
but
Blanche? Like, were
but
you
like
a Blanche stan, or is that just
no,
like
I was
chat talking
never a
shit?
stan of hers.
I was a
What?
little stan. She was pretty funny to me.
I knew it
No.
was one of you.
She never.
I know Tez. I
That's
know
iconic.
Tez likes Blanche, which is like they're friends, so that's understandable. But in the game, no. But no, as I was saying, like Cam, it's honestly horrible to be like this swing vote, and you're openly being that swing vote just to like completely lie in their faces when they're already down a bunch of notches. Like they're trying to get into a majority, and you're just lying straight up to their face. Like I'd rather be in the position that someone like Sally or Caleb are in, where they're not like they're kind of already seen as like, okay, we're on this side. Like sure, Caleb had conversations with flipping, but it wasn't like Cameron who's like, yes, I want to make a move, but like he doesn't actually make the move, and it like pisses these people off. So I honestly think he's the least likely to win it right now.
Yeah, it is weird that like Jackson does make the move, and I'm like, why did you do that? And then Cameron didn't make the move. I'm like, you should have done that. Like this could have, you would have been one of the top dogs, and then you have 3 shields in front of you. He should have taken his opportunity, but I'm trying to think like what his perspective is right now. I just think his perspective's wrong.
No, I think Sally and Laz are the least likely to win. I think the way the edit is showing us with the Idol and the Brooke situation in the next drop, I think Cameron, we're gonna find out for sure whether he completely flops or whether he's gonna get thrown in as like the 4th or 5th person, kind of in that power ranking of winner.
He is getting idled out next episode.
Yeah, I don't see Cameron winning. We'll talk about his little last drop too, but I just don't feel like he gets any real credit for that move either. Like it wasn't really your doing. Yeah. So we also have a conversation with Simon. He's talking to Jackson and Ben, and he's like, "Look, I'm open for anything. I'll do anything to stay in this game. You know, whatever you need." And Ben is like, "Well, let's take out Brooke, and then we can work together." And of course, I'm thinking, of course, Simon is not going to put out Brooke. It's no big deal. Like, anyways, child, I can only hope. We get to the tribal council, and this is a really good tribal council, right? So they're all talking, and Brooke is looking over, and she's like, Cam is wearing Sally's sweater.
Yeah.
And
she ate that.
He would not wear that girl's sweater if he was with us.
Clock that
so
shit.
They're clocking it, and Keely is like, well, look, I have my fake idol. You want to pull this out, spook the girls real quick. So she gets the fake idol and she puts it on. And I would have to say, Keely ate the fuck out of that fake idol. She did. That idol looked real as hell.
How does she make it look so good? Because like she didn't have an idol when she made the fake one. Like it's like an exact replica. Like how is this possible?
I think the only difference is the chain, and that's why Brooke was hiding it in her little jacket. Like she was trying just to show you could tell she was trying her best, but then Jackson started clocking her and was like,
especially because she was like, "Oh, I'm not gonna put it back out. You've seen it." And it's like, girl,
That's
show that damn idol.
That's like Survivor 101. Show me the full damn idol and show me that parchment, right? That's a mistake that it looks like Cameron makes at the end of the next episode. Like, did you not read what the fuck that shit says on the parchment? Like, people make that mistake almost every season, like in AU or US.
That's why Keely ate, because she gave Brooke the fake idol, which first of all, like, of course, because you're the one who has the idea of the fake idol, you should have the real one. But then also, like, this gives Keely this knowledge of, okay, if these people suspect that this is a fake idol, there's a small chance, which ends up happening, that they might not split the vote on myself. They're going to split on Brooke and someone from their own alliance, which is exactly what happens. And then Keely can just be like, well, actually, I'm using my real idol for Brooke. And then that's, like, it worked somehow. It was very ballsy, very risky. It could have ended horribly for her, but thankfully it did not.
Yeah, it could have been nasty. It could be nasty. But after all of this fiasco, Brooke's putting on the fake idol. The flops, they start talking, which is the Kaya in them. And Cam is basically like, look, the plan doesn't change. This is why we have a split. We just split like we normally said. What they said, boys on Brooke. Yeah, the girls on Keely, the boys on Brooke. That's the plan. Let's stick with it. Let's not change anything. Jackson is like, I think it's fake. Let's just dump on Brooke and she goes home. But they're not really feeling that plan too much. But then this is where it gets real because Keely said, look, bitch, I'm going to put on the show too. So Keely pulls out her real idol. I said, oh,
Big Mama, Big Mama.
Oh, this is why I love this duo. I won't say trio.
Yes.
Simon was playing games here.
He was sitting there like,
girl, the fool. So she pulled out her idol. It's giving Parvati in the Debakers villains. Like, yes, I was living. And this is when Ben gets really scared. He's like, well, maybe we should keep on Brooke and split on someone else because Keely idol actually looks real. So they're like, look, Blanche ain't helping no motherfucking body. Let's just split on Blanche. And I'm like, this is last minute. This ain't gonna fucking work. Like, what is this? But we get to the votes. Keely plays her idol actually for Brooke, which helps because Brooke still would have went home this round if she did not do that. And of course, Brooke plays the fake idol. It's fake or whatever. I don't know. A small part of me was gonna be like, "Bitch is real." Wait,
no, they got us too.
No, like, they convinced me a little bit, like because the way because she took it from that little chest, that exile, and I'm like, why couldn't that be an idol? I mean, I guess the same reason why Simon knew the cookie.
That's what I was thinking too, like the cookie idol. I thought maybe it's real, but then it wasn't. I was like, okay, this can't be real because this is like.
Imagine if David was like, "This is not an idol. This is a baddie's chain."
Shut up.
This is not the idol, but it was given by mother.
Right. It's fitting that Brooke would have it. Head baddie in charge. Period.
Well, I really thought Brooke was going home. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah.
Like I didn't think Keely would use this on her, and I thought Brooke was gonna go. When I tell you, this is the most gagged I've been since Heroes versus Villains. Like over a vote that turned out like this, I was like, what? Like, how did this end up with Brooke, Keely, and Simon still
Fucking
in the next
cinema.
episode?
Yeah, this is a masterclass by Brooke and Keely, and Keely has like balls of steel playing it on Brooke and not you. Because I mean, real, if I know my name's not earned, fuck you. I'm playing this for myself. Like if I think you're the only one getting votes, I'm down to use it on you. But I'm the split option. Like this is so dangerous from her, and it works out. So
Brooke and Keely got the biggest stones in that tribe, that's for sure.
And because this was what
Simon
4
was there.
to 3 to 2 to 1. Brooke had 4 votes, one of them being Simon. Y'all, mind you, I don't know if you could clock when they were reading the votes. Personally, I didn't. So when all the after show is done and they're showing the votes, when they showed Simon, y'all, I gagged. I said, Simon, what? You have no loyalty. Where's your loyalty, Shannon? Like I was gagged.
He could have at least done Blanche or something. Like you voted Brooke. Like that is crazy.
Weak sauce. I was also, like, what is this?
As the residential Ben Stan of the Reality Kingdom, I want to give him some credit because I actually think it was really I think it was really smart, quick move. Like we're putting on Blanche because he would have gone home if he didn't do that. Yeah, because he would have gotten the votes. And I think doing that so fast to make sure yourself is safe. Because no one cares. Why did that turn off? Having the self-awareness to not know that no one cares about Blanche, I'll give him some credit for that because that was quick thinking.
I literally wrote this down. I'm like, Drake is gonna bring this up on the podcast.
Yes, I will. That's my one.
Okay, now y'all can stop saying that I would stand Akia. You can go.
No, Ben has not been a Kaya.
It's either Drake or Teo every time in the Kaya corner.
Hold on, Ben is not a Kaya. Since when was Ben a Kaya?
He was the main character of the merge.
It's like the entire pre-merge.
Y'all not gonna get on Ben. Drake, I'm with you. We see each other on the Ben stand. Now,
even if it was someone
for different reasons, but still.
Yeah, I stand because like One Piece.
I mean, he got
I want his One Piece.
I respect it.
He got HOH-itis, but like so did Asha, and Lee, you wanted to discredit her so bad. Like she was not
I didn't want to discredit her. I just knew she wasn't winning.
I was being a little delusional when I thought Asha was winning.
We tried to tell you, like, look, these most of these people are gonna flop, right? Only 2 people can make it to the end, but like at least some of these people that got HOH-itis, like Asha and Ben, made their mark. They're a memorable character. Like when we see the poster of the cast, we'll remember. Oh yeah, you got power hungry, and then you got chopped.
Yeah.
Yep. And then we slide to the next episode after Blanche goes home. Keely and Brooke clocks that Simon flipped because he's a pussy willow, no shade. Brooke essentially calls Simon out in a way, and he's like, I won't let you guys drown. I had to do what I had to do. It's just like Simon is just so weak for that. Like he really pissed me off with that. Just so weak.
Yeah. And I mean, look, am I sad that Simon went this next episode in episode 18? Mess with Brooke?
I am.
I'm not gonna
Because
lie.
I mean, once you shove someone down my throat so much that like I'm gonna start liking them a little bit. So I did like Simon a little bit, and so seeing him go home, I'm just like, damn. Like especially after losing someone like Lottie, personally losing Mock, like even Faith was a hard one because it's like even if like you love to talk shit about these people, it's like you only know them. Like we're watching by the end of this drop, fucking La, Sally, Cameron, and Caleb making up half the goddamn tribe, more than half actually. And it's like, who are they?
Yeah, I feel like if Australians are, they usually have a couple people who like get to the end and have small edits. I feel like this is more than usual. I'm like, okay, a lot of these people are barely on the show.
But I also kind of like the edit of like building people up as main characters just to like watch their demise go down in flames. Like that's also what's given us so many great tribal councils. It kind of almost reminds me of scripted TV, like Game of Thrones, Walking Dead, right? Like they build people's characters for 5, 6, 7, 8 seasons, and then when they get got, it's like iconic and cinema, and we talk about it forever, and Twitter goes crazy, and the podcast goes crazy, and like that's part of the lore of it, you know.
Yeah, this is why Australian Survivor is so much more successful in getting that kind of emotion out of us. While the US, I feel like they want. I can't even like. I feel like we're just gonna like keep repeating it over and over again, and I won't even like waste my breath on it. But we all know what Survivor US does, and it's not eating like Australia does. So
I mean, at all. Does it ever? No, it doesn't.
Blood Moon.
That pissed me off.
Oh, the Blood Moon.
I'm so glad I wasn't on that podcast.
Someone said what was my opinions on the Blood Moon. I did watch it. Survivor 50, maybe because I'm not recapping it, there is this like disconnect on like how I really feel about it. Like it's a cute season, but I think that's my problem. It doesn't feel like I need to speak on it. Like I watch it and I'm not like, oh my god, I have to talk about this. Because I still don't care. Like I think it's better than most New Era seasons, but it just feels like a slightly elevated New Era season. And that in itself doesn't make me excited like other returning seasons have, if I'm being honest. But I was kind of gagged, no shade. I always prefer, if it's a merge, letting them all vote together. But 3 people going home on 3, split tribes, I was like, it's interesting, like on paper, but at the same time, they were just in 3 separate tribes. Why not just send all 3 separate tribes to tribal council instead of calling it a merge? It just something so random, And I'm like, well, will they stay merged now, or are they going to divide them into 2 separate tribes and divide them again into 3 separate, and then divide them again? It's like, are we at merge or not? That's my problem.
No, they're gonna split up again. Like,
they definitely they need to have another double do. I think, like make the numbers match. Like for like days, but I think the main thing that made me mad about the Blood Moon is they kept promoting like this is game changing, never seen before.
Yes.
It's a tribe swap.
Flop.
It's a tribe swap.
I guess they had about 3 people going home, but it's like we lost 2 mothers. I don't give a damn.
I'm over it, y'all. I'm
3
over it.
Go home. You could have done this exact same challenge in the original like swap tribes because they have had days to build relationships and you've spent episodes on these dynamics. Now all those dynamics are thrown out the window because they drew rocks.
I don't even want to watch next week. When I say this, I'm dead serious. This shit is pissing me off. The Zach Brown, the Applebee's, the fucking Jeff talking forever and taking up all this space, tribe swap, screwing over and cutting 2 of the most iconic strategic players of the new era. It's constraining. It's taking 3 votes of people that have already have this Zoom alliance or a MAGA pregame alliance or whatever the fuck it is, sending people home. This is supposed to be the most iconic season ever, and they're taking the game away from the players, and we're getting this edit about poop and farts and Applebee's commercials instead of just letting the players play the game. Give them space, let them merge, give them 2 big tribes, throw into 2 idols somewhere in the jungle, and just let them destroy each other. That's all we want to see. That's all I care about.
Well, apparently America didn't vote for that, Easy. America did not vote for that.
Yeah,
God.
sorry, this is our fault,
We're
guys.
getting what we voted for, Easy.
You know, sometimes
This is not
sometimes they
Toyota's
just
fault.
need to not let the quote unquote fans vote because you can't trust the fans all the time, right,
you
Jeff?
can't trust America to vote for shit.
But this
That
is
too.
Jeff's fault, and this is the production's fault. They know what the real fans really want, and they're stuck on this new era gameplay of lose a vote, gain a vote, beware advantage, journeys, and it's just ridiculous. Like we don't get to actually, and then every player that gets out, plus all the male centered editing. Like we haven't even talked about
So
that.
much.
which
It's
is
like
so
Christian,
frustrating.
then Rizzo, then Ozzy. You get one Suri, then Christian, then Rizzo, then Ozzy. Another
and then-
Suri.
Like,
And then boom, they're gone. Angelina's gone. Like Camilla's gone. Genevieve's gone. Like, and then we never get to hear from them at all. These are iconic players. Like, this is supposed to be a celebration, and we're seeing more crying, and like predictable votes. And in Australia, we're seeing laughing and crazy blindsides and live tribals. It's literally like I'm in two different universes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It feels so weird covering one and not the other now because it's like I'm really enjoying myself over here. I really
yeah,
am.
like you're lucky. Like
all the
let's stay
best-
over here.
all the best moments of the new era are like vote offs. It's not because of a twist, not because of an advantage. Like Operation Italy, the Cody blindside. This is stuff the players did themselves. So it wasn't because they got something off a journey. Like this is like they made it themselves. It wasn't fabricated anyway, and you didn't disadvantage them.
The
That's
Omar
how it is on
blindside.
Australian Survivor
Omar blindside.
too. Like I feel like on Australian Survivor, a lot of the big moves that you remember, like even like the first ever like big blindside of Australian Survivor is like the whole Brooke of it all. Like getting out 4-3 was gaggy as hell for everybody, and like it's still talked about to this day as like one of like the first big blindsides of that first season. So it's like, yeah, you're right. Like it is because of the players themselves and how they played the game. It's not like all these twists that need to be added like every single other week because
Yeah.
it doesn't do shit. Like we don't need no Mr. Beast idol now. Like
Why?
that's something I'm gonna expect. Like at this point,
Mind
Yeah,
you,
people-
Billie Eilish hasn't even acknowledged the season. We got a Billie
Billie
Eilish.
Eilish-
Billie
ruined the
Eilish
season.
idol is also flopped. Like
And I get people might be mad that we always like compare it to, but like I just feel like for me, Survivor US is like my childhood. It's a big part of my life. And it seems Survivor Australia, who I feel like has such a lower budget, be so much better.
Mhm.
It pisses me off. Like you guys have the tools to make good US
Yeah.
seasons. And you just don't.
I mean,
don't know
they're
why.
literally following the American blueprint. That's the thing.
Yeah.
US started it
Oh, yeah.
first. So it's
And,
like
like,
they
AU
have to follow that blueprint, and they're still doing it better.
Yeah, and AU isn't perfect by means because they still have their dumb twist every once in a while. But I just feel like the campiness of it is so much more campy than what we've gotten from the new era. And I like some of the new era seasons, but I just feel like they keep disappointing me by production decisions.
I'm also wondering, like, the days, right? They're out there like almost twice as many days in Australia, right? Which Jeff's whole new era thing was like, oh, well, uncertainty and faster gameplay. But then then when you do all these tribe swaps, it just leads to more obvious votes. People are more likely to stick with the original plan when it's faster and chaotic and they don't know what tribe they're going to be on next. Versus Australia, we're seeing people like there's a clear majority, right? They're like, we're going to do this. And then it builds it up with all this dope dramatic music. And we're seeing them sitting there on the beach pondering like, have I done enough to win this game? Or like people like Kat being like, I'm just bored. Let's blow this up. Like with more time and them just sitting on that beach, sitting around, kicking it, they actually have more time to think about their game and to change their mind and be more fluid and be convinced, right, by better players or other players.
Yeah.
Damn, Sweden and them other countries be eating because I didn't know Survivor started in Sweden. I thought Survivor started in the US.
Oh yeah,
That's campy.
that's right.
I forget where
Really?
Big Brother
Really?
started. It's somewhere like Finland or something. Like it started in like another country too. I forget where.
They be
Yeah.
eating over there in Europe. I mean, my bad. Y'all
They
got
got-
the tour.
They got some
tour.
creative geniuses over there.
See, that's the problem with America. America takes something, then you just think, "Oh, America started it." Child, no.
I
Especially
could
'cause,
swear
like,
that Jeff took all the credit.
because
It's infuriating.
there's no like differentiation. Like it's not called Survivor US, it's just called Survivor. Or like Big Brother, it's not called Big Brother US, it's just called Big Brother. So it's like the illusion is, well, it's ours.
Yeah, I wonder how many like reality shows, but even like not even like scripted shows, they be stealing shit all the time. They're like, this is The Office US, but like they don't call it The Office US. It's just The Office over here.
Damn, America is just some colonizers. Oh my god.
I mean, the fact that we even say America, there's literally a Central and a South America that exists that we don't even acknowledge. Like, this is literally colonization and imperialism, and it pisses me off.
We need to get out of America and stick to
Right, let's get
Australia
back
for
to
now. Like
Australia style. Let's get back
yeah,
to Australia.
please.
back
Like,
down.
I
We had a
am
long enough
shaking
rant.
right now thinking about America.
Sorry, Tail.
So Ben talks with the Kaya 4, and he's like, "Look, we should all be in Final 5 with Jackson." They're like, "We all agree. That sounds good. Let's just take out the rest of the returnees, and we're gonna keep going." This is where we kind of see the dissension between Jackson and Ben, because Jackson has a confessional, and he's like, "I respect Ben, but I don't like his day-to-day gameplay. It just feels like too, like, he's not thinking in the future." So he ends up talking to Simon, and essentially Jackson is telling him that the other side are probably going to keep going after the returnees. And this is the first time we see Simon tells Jackson, like, "Look, you need to have something that differentiates your game. If y'all all go to the end together, what do you have that sets you apart?" And they get into what is Jackson's blind side. And Simon is like, "It's Ben." And Jackson agrees that it's Ben. And we don't get much from that conversation just yet, but we see later on this continues to be a thing.
Now, I left this conversation and be like, "Oh, damn, Ben's blindside next drop is going to be crazy."
Not next drop, baby. They said
That's what I was thinking.
Gag. We get to the immunity. Simon wins again. Ciao. Oh my god. Between Simon and Brooke in these immunities.
Are they the only two who've won?
I think so. Oh, Sally. No, that was the reward.
Yeah, like I know she won the car. They might be the only two people who won immunity.
They're the only two, huh?
Hey,
Damn.
Yeah, there's no chat.
I don't remember shit.
I don't remember shit.
they might be the two best like challenge competitors in Australian Survivor history. Like some like Kaylin's probably out there, but like they're really like diverse in their comp ability. I feel like they can do every type of challenge.
And guess what? It's gonna be laws for the next ones.
I would look for it.
Once
I
they
would
get
love
Brooke
the
out of
Speeding it
here,
up a little bit. Like
once they get Brooke out of here, Allah's gonna take it, mama.
she's locked in. That final 3 challenge, that endurance challenge, she's gonna stay up there until her legs fall off, and it's gonna take more than a lot.
So we get to the immunity. Simon wins, and he's walking around. He's like, I know everyone's chasing this necklace, but I'm still out here chasing my redemption. Keep trying. Keep going. And they all
Pull
look
up
around
the-
like, you thought
Pull
you
up the
ate
everyone
that?
is weirded the fuck out meme. Like that's what that was. Everyone's just weirded the fuck out.
Or like the meme of Family
Oh
Guy
my God.
where it's Meg holding the screen like costume, and she's like, nobody gave a fuck. Didn't nobody give a fuck.
Fuck. This is like I know Simon. Like some people don't like Simon. Simon is so funny to me because I know in this moment he's being so genuine and so serious, and nobody gives a fuck.
No, he's camp for this. I'm sorry. He's camp.
He's such a unique person to play Survivor. Like, how does he exist?
Because in some moments it's like, damn, Simon's like finally making his mark, and in other moments it's like, bro, what the fuck are you
I think
talking about?
before that moment, I was like, Simon might have the winners at it. Like, I think he's gonna win this, and then that happened. I'm like,
No,
I don't know if he's winning no more.
Yeah.
And y'all, like, I was literally thinking, like, because after this episode specifically, I was like, why did they show Brooke constantly like hating on Simon throughout the entire episode, like in the challenge and all that, saying like, "Oh, I hate him," blah blah blah. Like it went nowhere, and then I saw episode 18, and after that result, I was like, "Oh wow." So now we know why they showed Brooke hating on Simon. There was a whole ass reason. It's because she takes him out in the end. Like, damn. But yeah, Simon. I mean, I don't think anybody else won immunities except for Simon and Brooke, which is crazy.
That is so insane.
Remember a few drops ago when I was like, hey, I think Caleb and Brooke and Simon are gonna go far in this game and have a big mark. And several people, I'm not going to name names, but a few people on this panel were like,
On this panel,
I don't see it. I think Caleb's going soon. He's never going to make a big move. I don't see Simon going far. I don't see, Brooke's too much of a big target.
Where's Caleb's
He's
big
not gonna
move?
I'm just saying.
now I can't even fight back. I 100% don't remember if I agreed or disagreed with any of these claims.
Yeah, it was a long time ago, mind you, so I don't even remember.
Mark was still in the game when we had that conversation. Like, I don't know what happened.
Look, Easy, have your moment, because I'm pretty sure I disagree with one of those statements. But
I'm not
hey,
naming names.
Well,
dude.
yeah, Easy was looking particularly you.
I think my whole thing with Kale was I think he's either going far or he's like the first out in the merge. Like I feel like there was no in between with him.
And then we get back. I keep saying back at the castle on my notes. We get
You never
back
even
to
said what the name of the tribe was. It's Tagiola. It's like
Tagiola.
What
it's
is
like a
this?
Samoan word, I think.
Richard explained what it meant the first
I don't
episode of the
remember.
Nerds, but
Yeah,
I
It's
forgot.
I
somewhere
remember
in
him
my
explaining.
notes.
Would y'all lie about what a word means? Like if you went like something like something more personal to you, like as the
Somebody
tribe
did
name?
that. Somebody did that
I
once.
think
It
Sophie
was
B
Wasn't
did
it
that. I think.
Malcolm?
well, no, I mean on Australian Survivor. Someone
Survivors.
did that. They
Oh, okay.
they said like a word, but then it actually meant something completely different. It was like not it wasn't death, but like think of it as like someone being like, "Oh guys, it's like a really pretty fun name," and then like the actual definition is like death. Death to
Oh.
all of them, or like something like
I'm gonna,
it was like, oh damn,
I'm
like
gonna look
okay,
up
and
my
then
middle name.
I ended
Like,
up going home first in the merge, so it was like, well,
they called it. Now that you said, I remember that happening. I forgot that happened. But
I could not tell you a single name of any tribe from any show for like 50 seasons.
I'm
Like,
terrible at tribe names.
I don't
Oh
care. I'm
my
just
God.
like it's the color.
I remember
I
the
That's
Drake
all I
tribe.
remember what Drake.
I said I remember the Drake tribe from Pearl Islands for no personal reason, but
Yeah,
But
Girl,
that's why
I
I like
remember
the themes, right? Like Brain
ridiculous.
versus Brawn, or what? Like that's fun because at least we remember.
And with Brain vs. Brawn, speaking of that, I remember the first version of it. The merch time was so like the name was ridiculous. They named it the Fire Tribe. Like, girl, what? Just the
Okay.
Fire Tribe?
Hey, they trying to be creative.
I'm gonna get on 51 and be like, we gotta call it the Reality Kingdom tribe. Like, who the fuck are you?
Now we're talking.
What?
Now we're talking.
Period.
No, wait, that would
period.
eat. Gotta eat. Like, we
It's,
can
Jeff
the,
seems
do
like we
that.
can't
it's
do
the
that.
ancient Fahian word. Reality
Yeah,
Kingdom.
Jeff would say no, you can't do that. Like, okay.
Hater. But we do get back to the tribe, Tagiola. And
Mhm.
Ben is basically saying, look, it's between Brooke and Keely. We're gonna do 3-3 split. He's like, I'm gonna tell Simon last minute to do Brooke, and we're gonna get Brooke out of here. But that's not enough for Ben. Ben, he wants to have fun. Durag Davo, he wants to get into a little mess. So he goes to the big three and he offers them a raft, as he says. He tells them to all three vote on Cameron. And then he's like, look, we will get Jackson, and essentially we don't want the passengers to get to the end. We want to vote with y'all, and we're going to take out Cameron this round, essentially. Brooke immediately does not believe it. She's not fooled easily, okay? And it's like, I don't know who would believe that. Like, you can't just be up out of nowhere pushing someone on your side, and I'm supposed to just eat that up. Come on now, like, girl. But it also, I
They
don't
just
get
tried
it from
voting
Ben.
no.
Right. And I don't get
Even-
it from Ben because it's like honestly, him being so cocky in this moment is probably what got him. It's like you don't really have to like make them suffer just because you suffered. Because he goes to Jackson and he's like, well, if they're gonna make us look like fools, then we're gonna make them look like fools. And he over here like, yeah, they bought the move. They're gonna vote Cameron and we're gonna play them. They didn't buy the move. You look dumb. You have no social capital with these people. I don't know why you thought they would buy the move after one conversation. Like, this is Survivor. Come on now. Like, I just, like, y'all literally
Girl.
just said y'all got played 2 or 3 times already.
Ben-
What makes you not getting played again?
Ben wanted to do what Caleb did last episode because he saw he got all the credit for the freaking move, and Ben the whole time was like, "Wait, what? I took the move. Like, why are they not giving me credit?" And now this is his way of like, give me credit for lying to you, which is like ridiculous because it's
The
like,
thing
okay,
is,
well,
though, I feel like on Island, like he said, no one's giving him credit. I feel like if Ben somehow got to final two, he would have gotten all the credit for all of this because he's been like the leader of everything. I'm like, all you have to do is like not be cocky. But I think, do you think that's probably like the culture of Australian Survivor? Like they have a lot of people who don't know the show, but instead of like, I feel like it used to be you didn't know the show and you were kind of like fodder and you didn't do anything. Now it's like you don't know the show and you get really into it and you're super competitive. And it's like you want to do all these crazy moves. And I feel like that's what happened to Ben. Where the beginning of the show, like I think Tess said on Twitter, Ben was just kind of laying around the first half, and then he eventually awoken. I think he awoken and he just did too much.
I feel like such a big theme of this season, especially this cast, has been like more men in general, but and their fragile egos, right? Like, oh no, that guy over there is doing so good. People like him and they have so much respect for him. And now he just made a big move and I'm just sitting here voting the way he wants. I need to do something. I want people to like me and recognize me too. And it's just like over and over and over again. And I feel like it's going to be the last person standing that like maybe doesn't give a fuck about that at this point.
you know, that's better than what they do in the US. I don't think the men give a fuck about that, and they just stick together. Like, damn.
Yeah.
Child. And then we see Simon. He talks with Jackson, and he's pushing Ben. Basically, Jackson in this moment, he still wants to stick with Ben, and he's like, "No, Simon, just do Cameron. Stick with the plan that Ben came up with. Just do Cameron." And Simon's like, "Well, this is bullshit." So he goes to Laz, and he pushes Ben to Laz as well. And Laz is like, "Well, I don't want to be the only one to flip. That's not gonna be a really good situation for me." So it's like Simon is going everywhere, and they're just playing in his face. Like, Simon, we're not doing that. They're not even playing in his face. Actually, they're telling him straight up, "Baby, we're not doing that." I don't know what you want. That's not what's happening.
I don't know if it was this episode or last episode where Cameron or Jackson like, "You've lied to me so much," like in this whole game. So you've lied to me.
It happened this episode. Last episode when they went to reward the whole 99-day thing. They were like, "You lied to me every time in this game. Like, I don't think I should trust you."
Yeah.
Which is true, because Simon will lie to anybody and then get caught up in his lie, not know what to say. He's just so embarrassing.
And then get gagged. They'll be like, "So Simon, about those 2 rocks. Well, see the thing, what I was, yeah."
Like, it's just like, that's how he lying. Like, immediately you should be able to clock when Simon is lying, because he just starts stuttering and stumbling.
The crazy thing
is, happened many times already.
The crazy thing, this is definitely Simon's best play game. Yes, it is without a doubt in my mind his best gameplay.
I believe that. 100%.
Yeah, this is his best season, I would say, out of all of it. Well, it has to be. This is the most control he's been in, like, personally.
He actually played the pre-merge really well, in my opinion. But once he got to the merge, I feel like, I don't know if it was him playing bad or the target being a returnee. I think it was a mix of both.
Probably both, yeah.
I think his immunity wins actually hindered him a lot. I think if he didn't win this many immunities and he ended up somehow on like the right side of the numbers, he could have actually like flown under the radar a little bit longer and then eventually start winning those immunities by the end of it. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know why he didn't just let Brooke win all of them and then become the big target. He just had to win them all. So I don't know. I think
because they already were targets coming in as returners. I feel like he knew that it would just be too easy to snipe him.
Mm-hmm.
I guess, but it was like not everybody was looking at Simon as like a target compared to Brooke and Mark at the time. Mm-hmm. And even now, like I feel like if he flew under the radar better and he still stuck to Laz the way he did for the entire pre-merge, I think he could have actually outlasted more people, and he could have again like won all these immunities in the end game, because I mean he's really good at them clearly. But I get it for him. Like, he wants to make it to day 100, which he did. Congratulations, you made it there.
Yay!
So yeah, there he goes.
I think a big mistake for all the returnees, including Keely, is that they came together and merged and made it so obvious that they were a group. Because them as a group together is way more dangerous than anything.
Yeah.
And it was such a blaringly obvious division on the tribe, and I think that's what really synced all their ships, because all of them had individual relationships and they didn't really utilize them. They kind of was just like, "Oh, we're all gonna stick together," and it's like, there's nothing wrong with sticking together, but it's just like so openly and broadly, it's like y'all are obviously gonna get targeted. Like, there's more of the other side than y'all, and that's literally what happened. They came together.
And they draw Beauty and the Beast.
I think it all
just for Mark.
It all went downhill for like all these returnees when Mark was like the consensus target going into merge. They should have just, I guess they didn't know about his idol, but Simon giving Mark this fake idol, just confirming to everyone, okay, they're locked in together. Mm-hmm. They should have just let Mark be the sacrificial lamb, which I know you don't want to lose your shield that early, but like he was not, I'm bad with words. My fault, guys. You lost, not only did you keep your shield, then lost him, but now you're recognized as a group that everyone wants out. Where you could have had Beauty and the Beast and these other relationships, but everyone feels burned by you because like, oh, you did this for Mark. We all wanted out.
Yeah. And now Mark on the jury, along with Simon. Oh God, it's getting bad over there. Ben over there too, child, and then Blanche.
No, Blanche was there. I will say I loved her orange dress. It was very vibrant. It was one of the tribal counts. I think
we know you're a Blanche fan, Teo. It's okay.
I'm not.
I did not notice no dress. I'm sorry, Teo. I didn't notice.
Step into your truth, Teo. It's okay.
No, because she's right next to Mark, and Mark was doing all the whispers. That's how I remember her in her vibrant dress.
Oh, all I saw was Mark.
Girl, I'm not girls and guys, men and women, non-binaries. Look, I love Kristen, and that's as far as it goes with the Kias. Okay,
sure.
It doesn't go anywhere else. Now, some people are saying I stand what do they call her? Shannon from 49.
Oh,
Girl, that was like 2 episodes, and then I dropped it as soon
That-
as I saw that she
That was a
was
little phase.
allegedly MAGA. But who else did I stand? Like,
Well,
okay, Sophie S from 49, but she was low-key a campy person, so
She was a campy
I
Kaya.
I
well,
think
that's like 5
yeah,
already.
great skin, mind you, like glowing
Beautiful skin.
skin.
from my
Glowing.
memory, you stand was it Genevieve and Sophie S before they got like a big edit. So like you just saw the potential in them. You knew what was
Yeah, I
coming.
mean, look, guys, like, hello, give me the credit for standing Genevieve. Like, but well, actually, no, I didn't, because I was kind of
Oh.
laughing in her face for getting, what's her name? I keep wanting to say Asha because her name is similar. Is it
Asia.
Aisha?
Asia.
That's the
Oh,
name.
from RTP.
Yeah. So I was like low-key laughing in her face, but then she popped out of nowhere after episode 4, and it was like, I love Genevieve actually.
Can I
She was
say
always in
something
Mother or Child. I love that.
real quick? This season will be a complete flop if we get to this final 2 and Blanche doesn't vote incorrectly. She's voted incorrectly every
Yes.
single time.
Oh my
She is
You
not
know she
allowed to vote
is.
for the winner. She's
Yes.
not allowed to vote for the winner. I need her to vote incorrectly.
She gonna be Caleb 1 vote.
And Brooke takes it. I know that's right.
I just love the little like
Well,
disco shirt that she
fine.
has, and like next to it on the tweet is like she never voted correctly once, and it's just her with their little like disco ball on her shirt. It's so funny to me.
That has to be a record. Like I know she was part of Split Plans, but it's so impressive that she was always the split. Like how are
Yeah.
you do this?
Like they kept
No,
Blanche
a
name in
mess.
their mouth, and it's like Blanche, baby,
Yeah.
what you out there doing?
Eh,
I know we already passed it, but that first episode after like Kayla got all the credit for the Mark vote, she's like, "Well, this is actually Mia Johnson's move. Like we started before."
No, and wait, whoever she was
So
talking to that was
Johnson
like
meant
Johnson. You mean Jackson?
Jackson?
No, Johnson.
They were like, no, they were straight up like, I don't know who that is. Who the fuck is
Yeah.
Johnson? That sounds like a last name to me. I don't know who that
Baby,
man is.
When
Like
I tell
Johnson?
you his picture has been deleted from my computer for years, I don't know that man either. She said Johnson, I said Johnson.
He was like the 5th boot. Like who was Johnson?
She's hilarious for that. And then Keely and Cam talk. So Keely is talking to Cam, and she's like, "Look, I was told the vote is you." And this is where Cam, I don't know if Cam was already told that he was the fake name thrown out or what, because this is when Cam claims that he's down to vote Ben. Brooke pulls up and he's like, "Look, we have 4 votes with Simon. Let's make the move." And essentially Cam walks away, and the 3 of them discuss, and they're like, "Well, we don't necessarily trust Cameron, but we do like the idea of taking out Ben in this move." And it kind of annoyed me because I thought, because I be seeing the results before the shit even come on because of Twitter and then the Discord, so I be seeing the results, but I don't mind because I like spoilers. So in my mind, and I actually find it more interesting. It's like I know who's going home, but I don't know how they go home, so it makes it a little bit more like fun for me. Because I
hate it.
thought going
cannot
into
stand the
it,
spoilers. I'm like, I will turn off all my notifications. I want the cinema.
Yeah.
I don't want to not know.
I don't know
Yeah.
why I like being spoiled. It's just so weird for me. I think it's anxiety probably. But basically, I thought that Cameron was going to be the one who flipped, and this is somehow Cameron's move. Like, oh my God, Cameron, you did something. Whole time it was Jackson,
No.
and I'm like, Jackson, what the fuck? Okay, but we get to the tribal, and Simon is crying, girl, because he just wins so many immunities, and oh, it's so hard for me. This rock hard, sexy body, and I just get to play Survivor 3 times, and cookie idols and immunities. Like, oh, my life is so hard. That's Simon. And essentially, while the people are talking, Ben is whispering, mouthing to Simon that he has to vote Brooke. Simon immediately tells Brooke, I'm like, period. Clock it.
He learned his
Bro,
lesson.
even Brooke was like, Simon, what the fuck just happened there? Like, she
Like-
immediately clocked in. She was like, well, hold on, Simon.
Let's see.
You're
I
not
just
going to
saw
vote me
his mouth.
again.
Like, come on. And then Brooke is like telling Keely, let's just do Ben. Let's do it. And Cam is still saying that he is down to do Ben. Like, this is what was pissing me off about Cameron right here. Because it's like, sir, like, what? Like, you're just doing this for what? Like, who are you proving what to? Like, what is this for?
And like we said last vote, this is like such a good move for Cameron. Like you come to the top of this, not the top of his power structure, but they're gonna take shots at everyone else instead of you, and you get the credit for taking out Ben, who took out Mark. So it's like you have a lot of capital. Like I think it's a great relationship with Laws. I don't know what your relationship with Sally and Caleb is, but you gotta start making these moves if you want to win. And he looks like he's a good competitor. I see him winning some in-game immunities. Like, take out Ben, bro. He's probably gonna beat you in all these comps because look at him. Like, you need Ben, Simon, and Brooke gone at some point. Then you're probably the best competitor here.
Girl, it's because he's obsessed with a capital OBSESSED with Brooke. He needs her out because he hates her gameplay. Loves her as a person, but hates her gameplay. Couldn't stop mentioning that at the next reward. And I was like,
she's rent free.
please.
She's rent free in his mind. All it's like he can't, like, so
the Genevieve and Aubrey of Australia.
He can't think about anything else. It's like Brooke. She's, and I mean, I get it. I get
trick her.
I would be distracted by her too, like low key. But like, come on now. There's $500,000 at stake.
I do think that's the worst thing you can do as a player in any of these games is get tunnel vision on one person, because that's when you start losing the perspective of everything else.
Yeah. No, yeah, because if I was Brooke, I would be pissed the fuck off. He's trying to lie to me twice, and like, mind you, she's clocking him every single time he tries to lie to her. It's like, damn,
every single time. And it seems like in the preview they're still going to be having this like little beef. So I'm just like, Cameron, let it go. God damn it.
When they're the final two,
girl, and Cameron loses unanimously.
Except for Blanche. Blanche will vote.
Blanche.
And this is why Cameron's gonna 100% lose, because I don't see a world where he beats anybody at this point. Like, not even Laws and Sally.
Me neither. And then this is when Jackson and Simon chat. And this is where I'm just like, you still trying, Jackson? Like, you have got to let it go. So they're chatting, and he's like, look, imagine you're in the WWE and everything is stacked against you and you only have one shot. And I'm just thinking, like, what? Like, this is why I love Survivor Australia, because you can't write better media. Like, he came to him like a coach, a football coach, and said, do you want to win this? You have to do this. You have to go in there and you have to vote correctly. And that actually worked. Like, I thought it didn't, because Jackson is like, you still need to vote, Brooke, and then he walked off. I was like, "Oh shit!"
He was
like, "Do shit for him." No, whole time that did a lot for him. Now I don't know. I understand. I forgot that he was in the WWE at first. So when he said WWE, I'm like, "Why are you saying WWE? What kind of male testosterone reference is this?" But it was relevant because Jackson is a wrestler. So I'm like, okay, but like that really worked on him after all day of saying no, even in the moment telling him you still need to vote Brooke and walking away. He was the deciding vote that took Ben out of this game. And
Simon ate that.
He did.
Simon, I gotta give Simon his 10s. He ate that down.
Yeah.
But I'm like, is this a good move for Jackson? Like, I don't see this as a good move for him at all.
I feel like
this should have been like, I agree with like needing your shields, because yes, the Kaya corner, the others, well, actually all four of them are probably going to go after Ben and Jackson very soon. But it's like, I feel like Jackson should have maybe planned ahead a bit better, get Ben a bit more on board so that they can maybe create their own little 5 on that right side. And then they can take out someone like a Caleb or a Cam or whoever. So I think they should have done it like that rather than what Jackson ended up doing. I just think it was too last second for Jackson. It's not the greatest to take out your ally like this at final 9. Like,
they should have done the Cameron move that they like joked about doing. Like, you actually should have probably just done that.
Yes.
Also, I feel like when we talk about like winner edit, I could see Jackson winning, because this is, in my opinion, this was dumb. He shouldn't have done this. It was stupid. I think the edit wants us to agree with Jackson. And I'm like, okay, maybe this works out for him.
Yeah, no, you clocked that, because I thought the same exact thing. I'm like, they're making him look good after this vote, which is like, damn, they didn't even put any like clown music, which they love doing on Survivor US. So I was surprised. I was like, okay, well, clearly Jackson is probably getting a winner out of it.
I was also thinking, like, is Jackson thinking about the individual immunities? Because like Ben was beasting some of them too. Now it's just Simon and Brooke, and like, who's gonna beat Simon and Brooke? And if those are your options, unless you're planning on flipping over, which I guess he was to a degree, that's still like another person, another shield. And now it leaves all these like leftovers, like the Kaya corner, to kind of like they're never gonna trust him again. So it's like, sure, they might get over it by the time they get to a jury, but you have to get through another like 4 or 5 votes to get there in the first place. And I think it's like an ego testosterone. Like, I think Lee clocked it, like an ego testosterone thing where Simon's over there whispering in his ear, "You only got one shot. one opportunity
Yeah.
to seize everything you ever wanted. And he was like, yeah, let's go.
And it's like, why would you want to go to a 4-4? Like 5-3 would have been better.
Well, he was gonna get his rock taken, so he was down for a 4.
Oh yeah, I keep forgetting that. That's why.
I actually
Okay.
wonder how much of a factor that played into this. Cause I feel like it definitely did a little bit.
Probably. Well, did Jackson even? Well, no, he didn't understand how rocks work. I was thinking of last season when they didn't know how rocks work. That's still like crazy to me.
Yeah. No, and then he doesn't end up going home. I agree with everything y'all was saying. I don't think it's a good move in my opinion. I mean, why would you take out your closest ally like that? Ben is also a shield. Like, if anything, try to make up a scenario where you take out another Kaya and then you have nothing but shields around you. Something like that. I don't know.
Like,
But hey,
And Cam
and
was
that's
after
why-
him. Cam was after him too. So it's like that's perfect.
or allegedly.
Like,
Well-
Ben, I think Ben got a vote every round of the merge. Like, that's a good shield. You got to get rid of Ben at some point. Maybe you're worried about him like beasting at the end, but you got so many compies here. You're gonna get that shot eventually, and you need all of them to go. So I just feel like this is way too early to do it. It should have been.
It's not
lost
as
by
egregious.
Cameron.
It's not as egregious as some of the Big Brother ones, but it was giving me a little bit of like Heisem situation or like a Jimmy situation where it's like you're so worried about this person right next to you that you're super close to. How much of this is ego and how much of this is like an emotional thing or people lying or bullshitting you or getting in your ear, and how much of this is you really being centered and focused and thinking about the long term. And I feel like when you're in a social strategy game, I also wonder though, like they're on the beach, there's so much like beautiful space to like walk and roam. I'd be taking solo walk. I know you don't want to leave camp because people will talk behind your back, but like I was always curious, maybe the next time we have like an alumni join Pharaoh for one of the after shows, I want to ask more like, do people go on solo walks to like think or clear their heads? I know there's like meditation and stuff like that, but I'm just like, some of these moves are crazy, and you're so influenced by the people you're with, and I understand it a little bit more for Big Brother than I do Survivor.
Yeah. Yeah, they have like barely any room to breathe, honestly. Like they have 50 straight days of just nonstop gameplay, which honestly, great TV. Love that.
I would be a little scared to go off on my own just because, like, I don't know what's out there. Yeah, I don't know. What they got for these wildernesses.
Yeah.
I mean, you can tell somebody where you're going. I'm just saying, I would want to clear my head.
There's a sea crate over here. We gotta be careful.
I would love to
Australia-
just like wade in the ocean. Like, that seems fun to me. Like, to just, I was like, I would
Yeah.
always be in the ocean.
You know, the Australian outback, like that location, when they went there for Brain versus Brawn 1, they had literal like snakes all around the
Oh,
camp. Like
Steven,
they had to hire like professional like snake caretakers or whatever you call them, and snake charmers, let's call them that. 'Cause
Oh
that's what
no,
Caleb
please
is.
don't bring Rob.
Caleb can
Robinson.
be.
He was on standby.
Oh wait, yeah, there's Rob too.
Don't give Lee an excuse.
Why did
But-
he drop? He did like this audio like book, and he's reading like this smut, and it's like he's like moaning and grunting.
Wait, how do you
What?
know about this? Wait,
what
You
do
what?
know why he knows about it.
I saw it on my TikTok. I was like, "What is this, honey?" Like,
saw
look,
it in
I
your
did not
shopping
go
cart?
seeking it out.
This sounds personal. I don't know. Is this a real thing or?
How much
Yeah,
he
do
get-
I feel like
I know it's just going
Can he
off the
give you
rails,
some
but how much did he get
space?
paid for that?
I don't know. But
This sounds like an OnlyFans
hey,
situation or something.
he definitely got my purchase. No shade. No. But we do get to the next episode, and it's 4v4, baby. Okay, we got the returnees for Brooke, Jackson, Keely, and Simon, and we have the Kaya corner, Law, Sally, Cameron, and Caleb.
that's crazy.
And baby, this episode is all about going to rocks. We're going to rocks. We're going to rocks. Yep, we're going to rocks.
Yep.
And do they end up going to rocks?
Rocks.
Well,
This was worse.
Boring.
This is worse than last year's because, and now when they didn't like, I think only a couple of them talked about rocks. This one is every single person talking about how they're going to rocks, and they just didn't do it. It was
No,
still a
wait,
good
Lee, you
episode,
found it
though.
boring?
well, they kept saying it all episode, and they didn't do it. I was like, well, damn.
Well, it's because you knew the result.
Well,
Yeah,
That's the problem.
Well,
with spoilers.
Also, so
Maybe
I
that's
wanted to
the
say this
problem with
earlier. Behind the scenes, if you're not in the Reality Kingdom Discord, there's like 4 separate times this dropped. Ali puts in the chat, "Oh my God, is Cam doing it? Is this Cam's?" Like 4
Mine is right after me saying, Cameron is just a pretty face, isn't he? Like, I immediately switched because I'm just like, Cameron, what are you talking about? But yeah, that's basically the plan for both sides. It's a 4v4 split, and they are both ready to go to rocks. We get to the reward. They're divvied up into pairs, and Caleb and Simon end up winning. Caleb brings Brooke, because that's his bestie. He's obsessed with her, no shade. And Simon brings Jackson. You know, apparently the goal was to bring families, and Laz was an option for that because Laz has a family, of course. And he did not pick her. He ended up picking Jackson. And his plan is, essentially, he wants to try and convince Cameron to switch sides with him. Because it's essentially 3 of the returnee alliance and only Cam there. We get to the reward. It didn't seem like there was much of attempting to be flipping of Cameron, honestly. I don't know. He might as well have just taken Laz because it didn't seem like they did much of that at all. But yeah, no, I just thought it was kind of crazy because Cameron has told y'all he's flipping twice in a row and he has not done it. So I just wouldn't have tried to go Cameron. I'm really curious why Keely hasn't tried to work on Sally. I'm like, girl, did the fucking... What was their alliance name? That mean nothing. Wise, 3 wise women.
Wait, I have a question. I have a question about this. The picking for rewards, because someone brought it up in the chat too. Did Simon play him and say he was going to pick Laz, and then just said like, "Fucking, I'm picking Jackson"? Because I was like, Cameron, again, like, you're getting played so bad so many times, bro. It's like kind of hard to watch and kind of frustrating. Like, first he doesn't ask to, well, I guess this was before that, doesn't see the parchment in the idol. Now he's like talking about wanting to bring Laz, and well, because he was talking about the parents, right? Like, that wanted to get that reward challenge, and boom, it's like, no, I'm picking Jackson instead. I'm just like, bro, if you like, why would you pick Brooke if you really wanted Laz? Why didn't he just pick Laz? So I'm wondering, was that an actual strategy, or did he just get played?
So why didn't he let Simon just pick Brooke? Why didn't Cam just pick Laz or something like that? Because again, you also have to think about idols. You're giving Brooke an opportunity to get an idol.
That's why I was confused.
Yeah,
we'll have an idol.
That's my main worry if I'm an Australian Survivor player. Because in U.S. Survivor, they don't do like idols and stuff or rewards no more. But they do that all the time in Australian Survivor. And it's like, I get, it's like this Brooke hasn't eaten and had a reward in days. And it's like she's a mother and like you want to give her the family visit, but I can't let you get idol because you are my op right now. Like, we have to start thinking strategically. Like, I get the human aspect of it, but it's like, I don't know if I can risk it.
She's not just the mother; she's the big mother. She's big mama.
She is the
big
mother.
Yes.
No kids. Looking for the right. One kid actually. Here he is. Oh, and we're gonna get into that because at the reward, we're seeing family visits, video recorded messages, things of that nature.
Yeah.
Simon sees his baby, he starts crying, and of course I'm watching this early as fuck in the morning, so I don't know what it is about early watches of TV, but when there's an emotional moment, I burst out in tears. Like, I was crying, and then Cameron's family came up. Cameron got a fine ass family. Everybody in that family was fine. I said, damn, God damn.
They look like supermodels or influencers.
Literally.
I'm like, put this whole family on the challenge or something.
Something.
On the next season of
there you
AU.
go. Even better.
Well, maybe not on Australian Survivor because the way he playing, I don't know. Jackson sees his mom. I love when the British and Australian people say mum instead of mom. That's real cute. And then this is the moment that really got me. When Brooke saw her man and her baby, when I tell you, I could not help myself but just burst out in motherfucking tears. Like, I was bawling because like I'm a very empathetic person, so like I'm really like feeling her in this moment, and like her daughter, her man, like it was just so many emotions. And this is where I was like, Brooke, you better win this, baby. You better win this, girl. For them, for me, for us. Lee. Like,
we've only been saying it for weeks and weeks and weeks.
I said,
get your Brooke stand card. Let's go. Lock that.
Girl,
shit
the first time she played, she was like, what, 23? Like, it's again like just watching since like, well, I watched since season 3, so I was 2018, but it's pretty close. like watching since then and like compared to now, it's kind of crazy just thinking about like how she has a whole child now, like a husband. Like she was single at the time when she first played. I was like 12 years old when she went on that island. Like that is crazy to me. So seeing her like all grown up now, it's like it's so like there is that huge emotional aspect and like girlie, you would be like a whole tsunami of tears like if you actually watched in season 1. Like that would have been it's just like beautiful how it works out. Like Survivor's beautiful.
Do
I love
y'all like the family visits? 'Cause I know some people don't, but I've always like loved like a good family visit. There's something about it that I like, you know.
I used to hate them when I was younger because I was like, oh, too much crying. Let's play the game. But like now that I'm older and a little bit more mature, it's just like, no, I love them. I love it because it's like, I guess just putting yourself in those shoes, like I would have loved to see a family member if I'm like going through this like really intense period of time. Like when I was in college, because I went to college really far away from home. And there would be moments where like I would just be going, working my full-time job while still going to school full-time, you know, trying to figure shit out, had to take public transport. And every once in a while you just get really, really tired. And like you just need that phone call home from your mama. And it's just like, like so I can just imagine what that feels like of not hearing from your family in so long and then really getting to like see them. It's like people they deserve to have this moment playing this game for so long.
I like the video calls more than the in-person visits.
Really?
I just feel like it was awkward and it kind of dragged. Like, especially in the US, how Jeff would have them like compete, remember? And then people would lose, and if you lost, you didn't get to kick it with your loved one for the reward. I was just like, this feels weird to me. This feels icky to see people like bawling and starving, like no food, no water, and like your husband or your father's there or your sister and you see them walk, they flew all the way out there. I don't know, it's just kind of cringe to me, low-key.
It should be one of those things if they're gonna have them in person, because I agree with that. I prefer in person, but they should take away that part. Like I feel like if you make it this far in the game, that is the milestone. All of you will see your family, all of you will get one day with them, but only these specific people will have an adventure with their family. They'll go on a resort with their family, they'll win a vacation with their family, something like that, because I do think they all deserve to see them in this moment. Like, you know,
they've done that before. Like I think on Tokachins, Taj wins the rewards. Like you and your husband get a night on exile together. Everyone else's family member goes back to camp, so you all get that night, but just like you got like a separate day away. And I think this is probably like a top 10 Survivor moment for me, but it's like the Millennials versus Gen X family visit, like of Adam seeing his brother and like learning about like his mom's like cancer, because I had someone dealing with cancer at the same time. So I feel like you relate to these people more, seeing their families and hearing the stories they've told all season. Finally see it, like it hits so much to me, and I hope it's on 50.
Even if they bring our family members on 50, girl, let's go. Oh wow,
girl, you know they're not gonna do that. They're always.
If I have to see Jared, I'm turning my TV the fuck off.
It's gonna be Izzy. What are you talking about?
That'll be so funny.
Izzy
Fields. It's Izzy. She's like, this is the Riz God. This is your new brother. She's like, what the fuck is that?
Rizzo Fields, Ozzy Fields.
Oh my god.
Be like, Izzy, come meet my new throuple.
Oh my god.
You've met Ozzy. This is your former stepdad.
Your new brothers and sisters, actually. And then we see a segment of Cam. He mentions that he's not flipping. He's still going to rocks. We're going to rocks. We're going to rocks. And then Brooke finds an idol, basically right in front of Cameron's face. So Cameron is aware that he's aware, he thinks that she has a full idol, but we're going to get into what she actually has later. Back at the tribe, Laz and Caleb, they're discussing we're going to be the new power couple, okay? And this might make me like Caleb if this becomes a thing, because this is a hilarious duo.
It's kind of camp, low-key.
It's kind of camp. They're like, we don't trust anyone but ourselves. And Laz was like, I want to pull Keely and Brooke into a girls' alliance so we can get rid of Simon. And I'm thinking, okay, because she says, I want to lull them. Now, when she said lull, I'm like, okay, she wants to like trick them, convince them, like only do it for this round. But then she has a confessional, and we kind of see later on as well. She's like, I actually do want to make this girls' alliance. Like, I think that it's convenient because it also gets our Simon. But a part of her likes the idea of the women sticking together as like this core. And I was like, okay, so what is Law's end game here? Because she also discussed going after Jackson and Ben. I'm like, what the hell does Laws want? I don't get it.
Bro, the Laws is gonna take out Brooke the first chance she gets. Like, that's all it is. Like, this is just a security blanket for her, and it worked because they literally switched the vote later in the episode to Laws because they're like, well, let's protect Laws. So it's like, Laws. I mean, she got active at the right time here because she saved herself, low key.
Diva.
I would love for the women to come together and make an alliance. I just feel like Brooke is so good at these challenges and too juicy of a target. You gotta take the shot when you have it. If you're someone like Laws or Sally,
Keely doesn't even believe it.
Yeah,
Keely's like, that's bullshit.
Keely's probably gonna be the one to go from giving her an idol to taking her out. Like,
that's probably
we know how cold blooded and
Keely
can be. She'll cut anybody. I mean, she'll
especially
cut
after flipping like this. Like, girl,
now that I think about it, I think she just kind of adopted Brooke as her Mark. I think her plan was always to take Mark at the end and cut him, and now she's like, oh, I'm gonna do the same for Brooke. But I think Brooke is just way better at challenges, so it's so much more risky.
Can we talk about Brooke finding the fucking idol? Like, in this drop alone, all the shit that Brooke has done is incredible. What a queen she is. Getting that idol on a reward she probably shouldn't even been chosen for, first of all. And then the fact that Keely played the idol to save her game, like the level of trust and whatever social game, even if it did benefit Keely in the moment, she had to put she knew she was on the chopping block too. She had to put her whole entire game at risk in order to save Brooke. That's how strong of an ally she is. Like, and then to go from that all the way to where we are now at the end of this drop, where like Cameron of all people all of a sudden is like, well, maybe we can think about doing something here. Like, it's incredible. I'm so impressed.
No, I definitely agree. One of the Keely specifically, I think, is one of the better players on this season for sure. I really enjoy watching her play.
Absolutely.
And then we see Laws speaking with Keely about the alliance. They're like, we can be the new Black Widows. And they're like, well, the Spider of Australia is the red back. So we can be the red back alliance. I was like, wait a minute, wait. Let's get cutty. Let's get cutty. And then that's when Laws tries to push Simon. And Keely is like, well, no, let's do Caleb maybe. And she don't know that Laws just said that she wants to be final two with Caleb, basically. So that is where, some dissension comes in at between those two. And Cam and Brooke talk at the tribe, and they're talking about how basically he just saw her find his item, and she's playing it up. She's like, don't tell anyone. He's like, I won't tell anyone, and we can work together and things like that. Now we know Cameron is just bullshitting. Like, Cameron's ultimate goal is to try and get Brooke out as his big move. That's what I'm convinced of at this point. But we do finally realize that Brooke only has half an idol. The other half is somewhere on the beach. Now, from what we see in the preview, it doesn't seem like she immediately gets it herself, which scares me because, girl, if I would have saw that, I would be scouring that motherfucking beach, bitch. Okay, like
we're not doing game talk this afternoon.
Second half.
Like, we are not doing game talk today. I'm finding this second half. Like, we're going to look.
And like, she might be. We may just not be getting in the edit. Who knows?
That is true. She could be doing that.
Yeah, I hope so.
Yeah, she may be fooling Cameron again because that's what she loves doing.
I know you were like saying like Cameron was like earlier. You like said Cameron should have checked the parchment and like he's done. I'm be honest. If I see you grab an idol, I'm like, oh, you got it. Like, I don't know if I'm going to reach your parchment. No. I just feel like you've had like 3 idols this season. Okay, you got another one.
No, that's the difference between returners and people that really think deeper about the game, and that those are the kind of little mistakes that can lead to you literally leaving the game. And I'm only saying it because I haven't seen it talked a lot about, like in terms of Survivor discourse for either AU or US. But that's the first question I'm asking. Like, let me see your receipts. Like, give me some documentation. Like, you got something. I need to know.
I just think unlike a US Survivor, I feel like they really only have had idols in AU. I feel like it's very rare that they have something else. So I think in my mind, I wouldn't think, oh, she has a half idol. Like, oh, she has an idol. And they're probably just going to put the votes on her anyway to see if they can flush it. Like, it's just what they do in this season.
Yeah, Brooke could have easily just, like, dropped something. Like, she could have hit it in the couch because it was literally right underneath her, mind you. So if I was Cam, I would have been like, well, she could have planted that. Like, let me actually see it. Now, she doesn't have to actually show him, which is like, well, at that point, you're gambling on whether it's real or not. But I mean, he immediately thought it was like, oh, it's real. It's a full idol. It's like,
to be fair, why is it only half idol at this point in the game?
That's fair point.
Yeah. It's like
I think they want the TV moment of someone with a half idol getting voted out.
Yeah, or it's like they just want another opportunity for like a potential mix-up. Like maybe if the groups are getting too solidified, they want the possibility of people from two different sides finding half of them, and it'll put them in a tough spot. Or if it's two allies finding them, which of them is it going to be played on, right? Because it's like you can't just guarantee it. Or it's like, oh, we're too worried about the winner's edit. It's going to be too obvious. I personally like it. I feel like this is another example on this theme of AU doing better than the US. Like I'm okay with this because we don't have all the journeys, the lose a vote, the gain a vote, the tribe swaps, and all that bullshit. Like this is like one of those like idle twists that feels solid and feels fun and interesting, that I'm not going to forget it, or it's not going to just completely flop. And based on what we saw for the preview, I'm kind of excited.
Yeah, it gives them a story to work with.
If Brooke is the 7th place vote out, I will come on here and yell that she was robbed because she didn't get a full idol.
I mean, as a Brooke stan, she did have like 3 other idols, so it's like at that point I'd be like, well,
and she did.
You have to work for your 4.
No
she's just Miles now. Okay, this season she just started.
Did Miles actually have 4 idols, or was it just 3?
So he had 3, but if you count him using the knowledge as power, it's 4.
On Kristen, mind you, that was her idol, but anyway.
I don't know who that is.
Oh, you mad?
I still don't know who that is. So you're just making people up at this point.
We do get the immunity, and Brooke, if it ain't Simon, it's Brooke. Wins individual immunity, mama. Big mama, 1 kid. Come on. We get back to the tribe, and Cameron has a plan. Cameron says that his plan is to take out Simon without going to rocks, okay? He talks to Simon, and he's like, let's do Keely. He wants Simon to put a vote on Keely. That way, the rest of the Kaya 4 can vote him out, and there's no rocks. Simple as that. And I'm thinking like, well, I know Simon go home. So that way, I know that can't be what happened though, because it's just too simple. Like, no way, Cameron like that.
I saw it because Simon did it before, so he might just do it again. So
yeah, I've seen Simon. This is 3rd time playing. This would have been probably Simon's like least dumb way to get voted out that I've seen so far.
And I thought Simon was just going to be down with it, but he does go to Keely and he tells her that the vote may be on her. Now, I will say that doesn't mean he won't vote her too, but he told her, look, girl, the votes may be on you. But he claimed that he won't vote her because the numbers just doesn't work out. And Keely's like, well, I want to do Caleb. Let's put all our votes on him. And they're like, we can do Caleb. I'm fine with that. And Jackson specifically does not give a damn because Jackson feels like Simon will still pull his rock. So it does not matter if he goes to rocks because he's going to be safe regardless. And this is where Simon gets exposed because he's like, he tells the audience, he's like, look, y'all, I can't pull more than 1 rock. I know that. I'm sure the host knows that, but nobody else know that. So let's just keep it on the hush hush.
I loved when David was like, Simon, could you elaborate what you mean by that? And it was just him. Simon got and it's the ad break. It's like, what is Simon actually gonna say? It was so
fun. He was like, hopefully we don't go to rocks. It's basically what he said. Like, hopefully we just have a vote. Tez in the chat is breaking the TV magic, saying that Jackson knew about it.
Oh, where's the TV?
Oh, wait.
Jackson asked production if the rock thing is plausible, and they said no, but guess wanted to make TV magic. Okay, thank you for the tea, Tez.
This stays with my theory that I feel like because Jackson has like that wrestler on him, he's just here like do good TV and like do performances. I think he's still playing the game, but I think he likes having like the TV of it all.
This is some WWE shit. Then don't stop lying to me. Like don't lie to each other. Don't lie to me, please.
Oh, they probably lie to us all the time.
No,
Tez, I have a question for you. Is this your way of getting back at production because they did you dirty in the edit early on? They gave you zeros across the board, and now you're like, no, these 4 are complimenting production way too much. Let's simmer it down. Let's tell them that.
I do think if Jackson does ask, they do need to tell him the real rules. But I hope they didn't go out of their way to be like, by the way, that's not how this works. Like if Jackson asks, you gotta tell him the real rules. But it would be so much funnier if he didn't ask.
It would have been more fun if production just lied to him, or they said we can't answer that.
If
Well,
they could do
I
that,
don't lie,
I think if they do that, he can like sue if he like gets voted out. I think he could be like, y'all playing in my face right now.
Fuck it.
Oh, Tez mentioned the Lindell thing.
They did play
That
their
is
face.
true.
They love
Swindle.
If Jackson would have got rocked out, they would have played into this so hard. Like they would have made him look so stupid.
Yeah,
They would have. Yeah, even though he already knew the C. That's crazy. And let me see. Where did we go? Oh, okay. Simon talks with Jackson. They chat about Sally flipping. Sally is basically like, look, it puts me in a precarious situation. I don't really want to do that. And I wrote this down because Sally kind of gagged the fuck out of me because she's like, look, y'all, I believe my resume has that I'm playing a flawless social game.
Yeah.
I said flawless.
Hey, I guess
Came out of nowhere.
flawless is a crazy word because she was like, but who's the split vote in the pre-merge? But I think since the merge, she's been okay. She's been
Here
doing good
Drake
since the merge.
goes. Here Drake.
Now,
Every time we talk about a Kaya, I know one of these two will step up and be like, hold on, they're playing.
Wait a minute.
No.
I just don't want us to laugh at this poor girl's face because what if she really is playing good and they're just not showing it?
She ain't playing good.
She's probably not. But you know, she's a nice girl. You know, Sally, like maybe she is flawed. I don't know.
Girl,
You got a crush.
I audibly laughed.
I
I laughed out loud when she said that. I was like,
I do like
girl,
that,
where?
Yeah, I said, huh?
I think this would be me on Survivor. I would be at the bottom of the tribe, like, you know, my social game is just really doing it right now. They haven't voted me out yet. I'm the last of my alliance left. It's because they love me. That would be me.
I said, go off, Miss Sally, okay? But Laz at this point is like, she really wants the red backs to stick together, but she doesn't trust Keely. So she's like, we only need one vote. And she's like, I believe I can get Brooke on my side. So she goes to Brooke. She's telling her the tea. And she's like, me and Sally can protect you, Brooke. If you put out Simon, we'll have your back. It could be us against them. And I'm just thinking, like, this ain't going to work on Brooke. This ain't going to do nothing. Like, she wasting her time. But we see at that tribal, it looks like this is the conversation that works. And I'm like, should we be giving Laz credit for this move? Like, is this Laz's move for real? I think so. Like,
I think
Cameron's goal was to get Simon to flip. Simon didn't flip. It was Brooke that flipped. And Cameron didn't speak to Brooke about it. Laz did. So I'm just thinking, like, if someone gets the credit, it has to be Laz. No shade.
Yeah. Do you think, I feel like in Brooke's mind, she thought the votes were going on Keely. And she's like, because she has immunity, she's like, okay, I can't lose Keely. We'll go to Rocks. But I think the moment she saw it was Simon, she was like, oh, I'm just going to take Simon out because I can't risk losing Keely.
Yes, that's what I was thinking too. That's why I'm like, I understand how it looks dumb for Brooke to take out Simon, especially from our position as viewers, but I think in the game it's like a lot different of a perspective. Like Brooke, she's being told actively by Laz and Sally, mainly Laz, that we're sticking together as oh god, I almost for Redbacks, is that what the name was?
Yeah, Redbacks.
Yeah. So they're sticking together as the Redbacks, and in Brooke's mind, that's like, okay, that's something. I don't fully trust it, but I also don't want Keely to go home. If Simon goes, then that means that's one less immunity threat, and she could potentially win out. Now, do they ever win out on AU? No. Kalen, I'm pretty sure, didn't necessarily win out last season, but like he had protection already with his alliance members. So or I don't even remember.
Like he won enough. Like he won all of them.
Yeah,
I remember there was the one round where like Zara got to decide who to go. I think it's like final 5 or final 6. Kaylin wasn't immune that round, whatever it was, where it was like a 2-1-1-1 because like everyone just voted for each other. I remember he wasn't immune that round.
That's why I'm like, Brooke, I don't know why she would have to show people that she has a half idol next episode, if that's what she even does. I'm pretty sure she does, though. She tells Caleb, no? That's what I remember in the preview. But she could have low-key kept that a secret. Cameron would have went around telling people that it's a real full idol. And then she, like, the next time she doesn't win immunity, she could low-key, like, tell everyone, yeah, I'm using the idol. But then she doesn't because it's only half.
Yeah.
So that's like her own security blanket. But now she has to win out because now everyone knows she's half idol.
And Zudaman made a good point that like Simon just voted for her. So like fuck you, bro.
Yeah. Like he could do it again.
Not really locked in.
He could do it again.
See, I think what scares me about Brooke is that she goes to Keely and they have a discussion about why would we trust them when they just have been trying to get us out, and if we do vote on Simon, we're just going to be on the bottom of that side, which I think is all true. Now, I'm not necessarily a big fan of going to rocks either, only because if it was me in the situation, I would be scared. Like, no shade. Like, I don't want to get rocked.
Take my rock, honestly. Take my rock.
Like, take my rock, please, Simon. So, but it's just like to say that and then still do it. It's like, okay, I just want to know what is Brooke plan to get out of this position, because Simon going, she loses her last shield. She's now at the bottom of whatever girl situation that's not real, or the bottom of the Kaya 4. It's like, even if Keely goes next, then what? Can you make it past Jackson? Doubt it. I feel like she had a really, really hard path to the end.
I think Brooke's plan is to really just win out, like, to be honest with you. And then, because you say she lost issue on Simon, I think every round, if Simon and Brooke are both not immune, I think they go for Brooke instead. So I think it's like she's just getting out someone that can beat her in comps. And hopefully she's like hoping that, I guess, they take out Jackson and Caleb and stick true to the Women's Alliance. I forgot the name. Was it the Redbacks? Is that the name of it?
Redbacks, yeah.
I think that's just her plan. I think she can't risk losing Keely. I think Keely is loyal to her, at least at this point.
It also leads me to believe she feels like she can beat Keely if it's final 2. Because I feel like at this point she's thinking Simon's the only fool in this group that's left that can actually beat me in a final 2 with his redemption story and the family, and we're both returners. If I'm kind of the top dog here, like, and also, like, I don't know, I just feel like her social game and the idols too, like, I think she just has so much momentum that she feels like she can work something and figure out a way. Like, she's been doing it for weeks anyways.
Honestly, I think she, even a Simon here, I think she at this point beats everybody. Like, her story of, like, she's had to play so many idols, won so many clutch immunities. I think they just respect that. I don't think there's anyone that beats her.
Yeah, that's fair.
I would live if Brooke won this season at this point, especially from this POV. Like, even if she like beats out and wins out, it's like, give my sister her win. Give my sister her win. Y'all better.
Now, unfortunately, I don't think it's gonna happen because the winning edit is not
yeah, let us be delusional.
Do you have a moment here too? Like,
I mean,
I
look,
don't think that's gonna happen because
I know Americans are delusional, but can we have a moment?
I know. I don't want you guys to be disappointed when she like eventually goes home, because that's how I feel. I genuinely feel that way.
I'm already disappointed with Asha and Lottie, so like. You gotta.
I know, but that's how I felt with Lottie. I thought she was gonna win, and then she gets taken out, and I was like, "Well, damn, this is the worst episode of the season. I don't want to watch anymore." But
Ted said they're the live final / reunion, which I don't think it's live because they're filming it, is next Friday.
Oh my god!
Oh my god! Next Friday we get to see the Laws win. Let's fucking go.
Oh,
it's gonna be.
Why they wrapping this season up so quick?
I think AU always goes fast. I just feel like.
It feels like last season they really spaced it out towards.
It was like 24 episodes last. They just been. I kind of like them. There not being as many non-elims though.
Something about this feels shorter though. Am I tripping?
I think the days are shorter.
Live finale Friday. So how does that work?
Because I don't think it's live.
Wait, girl, what?
Well, shit, Ted's not a T, so girl.
He gotta be there.
I was gonna say, wait, this is T though. If it's actually like a live vote reveal as well, that means technically. Well, I don't know if the editors probably know who wins, but isn't the editing different for like how they edit the winner when it's like a live vote reveal compared to like when they reveal it on the island? Because like, I guess in this case, it's like, who's gonna win out of these people? I mean, we don't have a clear story of who's gonna win. It could be Caleb, it could be Jackson, it could be Keely. Like, what if it's like 2 of those 3 in the end? Could be Brooke. Brooke could also mean that. And then it's like they like editors maybe don't know who wins. I don't know how that works.
It would be funny if they don't know who wins. Like they just had to give like everyone a winner edit. They're like, just in case.
Maybe that's why the edit feels so strange.
I know.
Endgame.
At least on US Survivor, they open up the votes. I would assume they do the same for Australia. Even like the cast talks. Like the cast knows who wins. I would assume so.
Yeah.
Also, if I'm ever on Survivor and like we have a live reunion, I'm lying about that vote just to fuck with people. Just like if I find out it's like a 5-4. Yeah, I voted for you.
I don't know the rules about that. Like, how does that work? I think
once the season's over, it's like,
I get that some people feel like it's gonna just drag out until we get there, but I feel like this is one of the few seasons where I'm like, I don't want it to end. Like, I'm just having so much fun. It's so much fun. Like, I look forward to it, every Sunday,
Yeah.
Monday, and even
Who
though they
would've
kept
thought-
the days on it,
Who-
it's so fun.
Yeah,
We
loved
all thought
last
this season was gonna be a flop in the end, but it did not.
I loved last.
Yeah, I
season.
got scared for a second.
There was one drop last year. Like we had like the Morgan, Kate, Kristen, like all back to back. That was like the one time last year. Like this season doesn't need to be this long. But I feel like I haven't had that moment yet. But we still have.
Wait, the Morgan Kate who?
It was like you know who it was. But I just feel like Australian Survivor since Heroes vs. Villains has really just hit its stride of constantly making good TV, and it doesn't feel too long. Even though it definitely is too long, but it doesn't feel too long.
Yeah, I think there are moments for me, it like ebbs and flows. I'm like, oh, girl, we still on this? But then I'm like, okay, wait, it's actually really good. Like, there are some weeks where I'm like, damn, I gotta recap 3 episodes of this. But then I'm like watching it, and I'm like, damn, I get to recap 3 episodes of this. Like, this is tea.
Yeah.
This only having one non-elimination so far, I think it makes it so much better. Because we've had times where like they do a non-elimination, so we talk about the same storyline for 3 episodes because someone got voted out, and they're coming right back to do the same storyline.
Right,
Yeah.
right.
One thing
I
I
wonder
love-
if there's gonna be one more non-elim, because like they usually have 2. They would have to if they're doing 24 episodes, but I don't know how many episodes we have now. Is it 23 maybe? Hopefully.
I think it's still 24. So we're at the final 7 next week. So 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Make it 6 episodes. They can get down to the final 2, unless it's the final 3.
Damn, it's really gonna be over with in like 2 weeks.
No.
Wait.
That's like this snuck up.
Yeah. Another thing I really like about the way they edit this show and not the US is it feels like they give us time to build up towards stories. Like it doesn't feel like in the US, it feels so constricted. It's like, we're going to highlight these 3 people. One of them's going home. One of them's going to be a deciding vote. And one of them's going to be like in the middle or whatever. And it's like, we're just going to get their perspective for this whole time with some goofy ass challenges and Applebee's and shit. Whereas this show, I feel like it's like they're gonna tease us with something in like the 4th episode and then bring it back in the 9th and then maybe again in the 12th. And the themes of like the Jackson Caleb thing as an example, it just keeps building and growing, even though they're like laughing and joking at camp. We both know they're ops and they want to get each other sooner or later. And now they can build that story back in regardless of what happens.
Yeah. This Jackson Caleb thing better pay off because you talked about it almost every podcast. They better.
Yeah, that didn't even go
It
anywhere.
seems
They
like
were
they keep having this like beef because even at the tribal council, okay,
it's just funny. It's
Look
just
at
camp
that.
to me, honestly.
It feels like it's like when 2 coworkers don't like each other, but it's like they still work near each other. Like they refuse to like file a complaint to be separated.
But even at the tribal council, because the Kaya corner is like, look, we're still all ready to go to Rocks. We have no problem with doing that. And this is when Jackson speaks up. He's like, it's because y'all have nothing to lose. Y'all haven't made a move. Y'all don't get to the end and I have nothing to say. And it's like saying this to their face when you need their vote, repeating Simon's words that convince you to flip your vote. It's crazy. And Caleb basically says, like, it's so crazy. Like, you're saying we haven't made a move, but you got convinced to write Ben's name. Jackson felt offended by that. He was like, well, I could have got any of y'all out. And it's like, no, you couldn't have. They were doing Ben, and you had to vote Ben.
Yeah.
The fuck? Like, you didn't have your pick of the litter. You did not have.
Yeah, Jackson looked like a fool in that moment. I won't lie.
They clocked his shit back.
And Caleb was like, tell yourself whatever you need to tell yourself. And then they all started laughing in his face.
That's all. Like, could this be like how Jackson lost at it? Because I just feel like he's definitely like one of the people with a better edit. But I'm like, I can see the world where he gets the end and they just don't respect him.
Wow.
Look at this, like at the end of the
Like
day, you
Blanche
can't
will be
talk
his
this
only vote.
hot shit after literally being convinced last minute. You were saying the entire episode that you were not going to flip on Ben. I'm sure you were telling them the same thing to them, and then you did it because you were convinced at the last minute because of a WWE reference. Like, come on now, sir, that's not gaggy. And then he tried to control it because he was like, "Oh, well, people kept telling me that they were gonna do it, but I did it," and it's like, okay.
Maybe it depends on how Ben sells it to the jury, right? Because like if Ben's like, yeah, this was Jackson's move. So I guess I don't. Who do you think would be influential in the jury? I feel like Mark and Ben will both be
just Mark. Mark's gonna whisper, "Okay, everybody, we're voting."
I think some of the newbies don't like Mark, so I think he'll have some influence. But I feel like some people are like, I don't care what you say. Like there's gonna be people like that. That person's probably just Ben. Now that I say it out loud.
Yeah. It's gonna be a lot of vocal people in the jury, so I'm excited to see kind of who will be like the leader in a way, because you got Simon, you got Ben, you got Mock, you know. There's gonna be some more vocal people joining them soon, so it's like, because even the Kayas are pretty vocal. Like I do think it'll be interesting to see where this vote falls.
I love how you just didn't say Blanche again.
Because what is Blanche gonna do?
She's gonna.
Oh my.
And then the topic comes up about Simon saying he's gonna pull Jackson's rocks. They're like, well, Jackson feels comfortable because he know he's safe. And David is like, oh, Simon, can you clarify that? And here goes Simon. Well, where rocks, I think is beautiful because there are 4 people, and he starts explaining how rocks work. Like, oh, well, when we vote, we go to a revote. And then, some things aren't certain because you have to vote and then you got to revote.
We are truly robbed of them not all voting Keely. And Jackson asked us, like, even Ted said Jackson do. I don't care. I want to see Jackson ask Simon, can you please pull the rock for me? Why? Cameron, I get you wanted Simon now, but I really wish they got that moment. It would have been
like,
so
it
funny.
would have been nasty. I'm sorry. Hilarious TV.
Rock Simon too, in a different way. So they thought he wasn't going to take the rock from Jackson. This whole time is just he can't even do it.
So then they go to votes and they tie on Laz and Simon. And like I think Drake, you said earlier, like this whole rock thing would have worked anyway because it tied on Simon and he would have been safe if they tied again. Yeah. But they vote again and Brooke flips, baby, and Simon is taken out. And baby, the Kaya corner is
big
elated.
Oh my God.
Shout out to Zuda Man for this picture. Because baby, look how happy they are, y'all.
Look
they
at
are so happy.
Cameron is looking at the
camera. Look who's in the front.
Cameron's
in the front protecting them. Like she said, I'm the head of the Kaya now.
And like, how do we feel about the Kaya corner? Are we standing them?
I low key, it's camp. Even if they're terrible, I feel like this whole season and this whole podcast, honestly, this whole panel has been like the Kaya Corner Olympics. Like, which of these 4 terrible first, like 2/3 of the game players is gonna rise up and like maybe have a chance to win? I can't remember
now. Easy. Look who's standing them now.
Yeah, maybe one. Caleb's my Kaya.
Oh, but you said the whole Kaya corner.
Yeah,
I don't
it's
even
an Olympics.
More than half of them.
You stand all of them. I stand one.
He doesn't stand all of them.
No. I had my let's have it's gonna be like Pokemon. Easy has his little Kia Pokemon Caleb. I have my little Kia Pokemon Kristen. Chris Diva actually. Pull out the Chris Diva idol. It gets stolen, but she survives her social game.
I had Ben, but he involved into Devo, so I no longer have a Pokemon, so I don't need to pick a good one. I'll take Laws.
Well, he's on the jury.
Lee, who's your Pokemon from this season?
Mock.
Oh yeah.
And that's his name. That's his name. Mock, I choose you. I love Mock. He's a starter, actually. So yeah, the Kaya corner, they tore this up. Brooke flips, Simon goes home. And we're down to the top 7 going into this next drop. The Kaya corner make up majority of the game. They're going against Jackson, Brooke, and Keely. Who's going to come out on top, child? We got 2 weeks left of this show. Mm-hmm. So who are we going to come out on top? We're going to have to see.
What if the non-elimination isn't gross? Because I need the non-elim to be at least something okay. I don't think they're doing the jury removal because that would be they would have equal votes in the finale, so that wouldn't work. So I don't know what they're gonna do. I hope it's not egregious.
Yeah, child, we'll have to see because it's a lot of Kayas to get through. But we gonna have to see what they do.
This will be quick.
But we can rank the girls, Mama. We can rank the girls. First, we have Sally. Now, Sally was a part of the big move, but did she do much to get out of Purple Kelly Asylum?
Her flawless social game, Lee. Are we forgetting?
Oh, my bad. My bad. She should be mother then.
No. Wait.
Slow it down. Right there.
Well, I don't know.
She's where she should be.
No.
I feel like she had a decent stretch, but it's still Kaya. Compared to everyone else, I don't know where Sally's really at in the game.
Wait, why is Blanche so here? Wasn't she out the last week?
No, she was out this week.
She was up. Oh my God! The way Theodore really did not know.
I didn't know. I actually, because they did this in the last one with Angelina.
That's Kristen.
Survivor 50, and I had that in mind. I'm like, wait, Blanche is, but no, she was out here.
Yeah, no, it was bad for Blanche. It was. Sally, Kaya, Cameron. Cameron, I feel like we can move up a little bit.
Yeah, he wasn't Kaya. His big move is coming.
It's coming. I mean,
yeah, I don't think we can go with Child. It's like he just kept saying he was going to do something, and then he didn't do it. And then when the move happened, it wasn't him. Twice. It was 2 moves that happened. And we thought they were him.
Okay. Yeah.
I low-key want to say Camp for like trying to do something, but like at the end of the day, it really wasn't his move. Like he was kind of the head of it, but it wasn't his move.
How many times did he back down?
Too much bad gameplay, but I think we'll see what happens with him and Brooke.
Next is Laz. Laz is Camp. I'm sorry. Like that's my mama. That's my Camp.
I mean, she's literally on the thumbnail, isn't she?
She is.
Her and Cameron.
An actual mother.
We had one of those iconic, like fake, like idol plays and like of all time. And you're like, Laz and Cameron, you are going on the thumbnail.
It's because I have to be inconspicuous sometimes. I'm like, I don't want to put the main character that did something, and then it's 3 episodes. So I'm like, who's actually the main character? It's a lot. It's a lot that goes into it. But trust Brooke, because Keely already got her little thumbnail. Brooke gonna get hers. Brooke gonna get hers. Oh, that's another thing. I'm trying to give one to everybody because Simon left and Simon doesn't have one. And it's like, well, Simon.
Wait, Brooke doesn't have one?
I haven't put on a thumbnail yet.
Wow.
She
okay.
is the star.
Like we see.
I think Mark has too. Y'all gonna be mad with me.
Well, I can't hate too much because he did have like 90 confessionals on like the first pre-merge.
But who y'all want me to put? That's what I'm trying to figure out. Hold on,
the Kaya corner, all 4 of them.
Let me actually see who they've been because that is hilarious.
I know the last one. I think the last one was Mark.
So the first one was Mark and Lottie. The second one was Dirty Harry and Jackson.
Okay.
Then it was Keely and Faith.
Okay.
Then it was Asha and Caleb. Then it was Ben and Mock. And then this time it's just Laz and Cameron. I feel like this is the most random one.
Yeah, this is the most random one. This one probably should have been
Pick
Brooke.
them over Brooke, who mothered like damn. Lee's not truly there for Brooke. Like we've been
Yeah,
you're never there for Asha either. When we all told him
we're true to this.
If she makes it past next drop, she's gonna get 2.
And she probably won't at this point. Like she got played.
Well, look, she'll get her 1 and she'll be happy about it.
Well, we have the reunion too. She'll probably be the star of that. She can get the thumbnail for the reunion.
It's gonna be like Brooke crying at Tribal, and that's like the picture you have. Her crying at
Tribal. It's gonna be her getting her torch.
I would never. I love to get them in a beautiful light. Next up we have Blanche. Blanche is Purple Kelly. I'm sorry. She's leaving as Purple Kelly. She's the head Purple Kelly.
Yeah, she probably is, but her saying this was me and Johnson's move is so camp. That's one of the funniest things that ever happened because Johnson was literally he was like the 5th or 6th move. Like, why are we
talking? Next, Simon then went home. I have to say Chow. I have to keep him in Chow.
Really?
The whole Jackson up at all? Like him again, Jackson up on Ben.
That was nasty.
That was nasty.
The way he went home right after, I'm like,
the Rocks thing is so campy too.
Yeah, lying about the Rocks, having the speech about how great he is for making 100 days. Like, he had a lot of campy moments.
If he Camp, I'm down with Camp. I'm down with
literally. He had so many funny moments, even with the immunity when he was all like, "This is my immunity." You all thought, and everyone's like, "Bitch, what?"
Plus him fooling Cameron on the reward.
Yeah, like he had a really good drop entertainment wise.
Like, damn. He's lying to everybody. You gotta love that
for no reason.
And then we have Brooke. Brooke is my mother.
Yeah, mother.
As you should be.
As you should have been mother.
From the
is she above Brooke? That's the real question.
No.
No, not that.
I kind of see the argument. I think the 2 idol thing is her idea.
Please,
it is.
And she's the one.
It was her idea,
and she's the one who plays it for Brooke. That's what takes the big kahunas. Like you played it for Brooke, knowing you were the split, and that's the reason your alliance is still here. Like, this is her move.
She's one of the greatest.
Does Brooke get head mother for flipping on Simon?
Yeah, you can't.
I'm down. I love Brooke, so she could be head mother. But
this is one of the best drops you could have in the history of this show. I'm sorry, she's number 1.
Yeah, I mean, I'm okay with her being top.
Period. Jackson, I think he should stay in mid.
Yeah.
He's not gonna get anything from me. Ben is kind of a chop, no?
Well, Drake wouldn't agree, but
Child.
I didn't like him on his way out. I thought he was being a little too cocky.
Yeah, he got a little too cocky.
okay.
But that was fun. I thought he got HOH-itis like the rest of them.
He was a fun little villain. I was gonna say child.
I'll
but
say
we can
Child,
do
yeah.
Child.
Okay, Chad, we can do child.
I just like this like little confession. Like,
would've-
no one's gonna stop me. Like I liked it when he did
Yeah,
that.
that was funny. He was running shit for like
Okay.
2 episodes.
No, the little confessional thing. It's all part of my plan.
Yeah,
That was funny. That was funny.
That was
Already lost. Oh, lastly, it's Caleb.
And for
Brother.
this drop specifically, he's
Arthur
kind of
Kelly.
Kaya. Like
Put him in the Kyle. Yeah.
no, like easy. I don't think you can lie. Like this drop, he got stuff the first episode, and then we like never heard from him again. And I
That's
feel like he
more
was
than
doing
half
stuff.
of these people. What are you talking about?
Wait,
But,
whoa,
like,
whoa.
for
Let's go to the
specifically
professional
this-
chart because didn't he get zeros like in the last 2 episodes? Or maybe you can't go back there now, but he got
Took
1
Mark
0
out.
0.
He's at
No,
least
but that's for
Child.
last drop. But I mean,
That's
he's
last
at least
drop.
for this,
He's
specifically
at
State
for
of
this
this
drop.
drop.
You can't put him next to Blanche and Sally. That's all I'm
Yes,
saying.
we can.
He's 1 tier above them. Stop.
Like it would.
Let's see.
Where's he at?
Yeah, look. It literally sticks out like a sore thumb. He's the only one with 2 0.
And he
He's
still
at a
has
1.
18. That's more than like half of them.
But like I think
Well,
Sally
Sally
has,
yeah,
this
yeah,
drop.
Blanche
I can,
has 8. Sally has 13. He has 5 more than Sally.
like he can go up a little bit just because he's like he is Caleb. But this is a terrible drop for him, which is weird because he's had the biggest move of the season like last week, and then they were like, "Oh, Caleb, forget him." Which
Well,
is
Lee,
really
you're the
weird.
decider, I guess.
Yeah,
I would-
yes.
I would say
look,
Purple
look, the
Kelly.
chat agrees. The chat agrees.
Okay.
They're saying,
Purple Kelly.
they're saying that he was talking shit to
Well,
Jackson, saying it wasn't his move.
Wait a
Just like
minute. You're
shit.
talking about one single person saying that.
No, there's 5 of
actually.
them.
Look at the chat above that.
says-
Kaya.
Caleb mid for the symmetry.
Wait.
Kaya, he's child.
They switched it to child.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's 7 for
I'm-
Chow.
I'm fine with doing child, I guess. I mean, hey, I ain't gonna fight that hard. He at the top of child, though, that's for sure.
Someone else said Purple Kelly. So.
I agree with Ryder.
Yeah, but that's like
Oh.
the Kaya number 1 Kaya stand in the Royal
Why
Court.
did you
So you
do
can't take
that?
what he says seriously.
Open up my phone real quick to tag that chat out.
Like I should do that too now. I'm just gonna go in there and like go on my alt account if I
Someone
have
was
one.
replying to
I
me
did.
this
I did that
morning.
during the Survivor draft. I went in there. I was like, "Yo, Drake team's the best."
You got the burner accounts like Kevin Durant.
Yeah, it's not even a
No,
burner. That
it's-
is my main account.
Well, baby, that is a motherfucking wrap. Let's get up out of here, mama. Get into the Patreon. All April, me and Farrah will be doing Euphoria watch-alongs. We're going to be dropping the reality this week. We also have a Kingdom Choice podcast where you guys in the Patreon get to decide what video we drop every month. So that's going to be a fun time. Also, one of these 10 shows will be covered in our next Reality Rewind series. That is going to be in May. The vote will be closing in about, I think, next week, actually. So you
Haven't
still
we
have
been
time to
voting
get
for
your
this
votes
for like
in.
2 years, Lee?
Yeah, it's been a while. It's been a while.
Some
But
of
hey,
these shows
every vote
have-
counts. Stay in line.
Some of these shows have been here since they did the first one, and I'm like, "You were due for one of these."
Yeah, Jersey Shore 2 has been here. I think Flavor of Love
So-
has been here.
Total
Are you
Drama's
the
been here.
Housewives, Total
Y'all vote for
Drama.
Are You the One?
This is like Drag Race second one. So yeah. But hey, one of them may win this time. Get into the Discord, mama. If you love these beautiful people on the panel, they're always in the Discord. They're ready to talk and kiki and cut up at all times of the day. So make sure you join the Discord. It's a fun time. The link is in the description. Also, get into the Scripted Kingdom. Pharaoh drops his scripted media every Tuesday. It's a key and a half. If you like scripted media, I know he's dropped his Wicked live review. So if y'all like Wicked and y'all want to see him watch it, he watched it for the first time, and that drops every Tuesday. Also, baby, April is stacked. It's
Let's
more stacked
go.
than March.
Schedule.
Let's fucking go.
We have shit dropping every single day, mama. At least 2 podcasts per day. Okay, I'm not gonna get into all of them because it's a lot. Okay,
What the
And we
hell is a
have more
Thursday?
coming in May as well.
We-
Yeah,
we
Thursday is
just-
crazy. The after show,
4 shows.
Australian Survivor, Master Chef, and Strip Down. It's a lot, mama. It's a lot. But hey, we're here to cover it all. I know that's right. And as per usual, thank y'all for keeping it real with the kingdom. We're out.